Where my people from St. Philip South? St. Philip South!
Let's go. So long. Hey, so long.
St. Paul!
So long.
St. Paul! Where are you?
Yeah, so long.
Where are my UPP people?
So long.
My UPP people!
Goodbye to my sorrow. Hey, goodbye
My
to my
UPP
pain.
people!
Goodbye to my trouble. Goodbye to my trouble. Goodbye, fear. You ain't welcome here.
Oh yes, my DJ.
Goodbye, fear.
Thank you,
ain't
DJ.
welcome here.
Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? All right. All right. DJ, let me warm things up. With the bike? With the bike? We reach right here, you know. All Saints, East and Saint, look, you ready to get going? Look, Zizi. Zizi, you have to say something tonight now. We're sharing one mic tonight because the other mic had some technical problems. And if it's one thing, that one that can work, yeah. It's one thing we're not having is no mic problem up here tonight. Because
How do one go?
we're not having a mic problem.
No, me no want that tall, because you know how that go be.
Yeah.
You know, some people are going,
Marlon has, let us say happy birthday to Sister Gladys Potter. Happy birthday, Sister Potter. She's right here.
and what's she there?
She right here, look. She dressed like a queen. She ready for Parliament. Ready for Parliament.
No queen no going to parliament.
Queen going to Parliament, and then the queen go first.
Are they?
Yes.
God save the...
God save the queen.
Okay.
Now, brothers and sisters, we're going to have a good time tonight. You agree with me? And I ain't come to no funeral because I'm not going to Labour Party funeral. I'm here for a celebration of a UPP victory.
Yes, of course.
UPP victory. And when you win, you party. So we're going to have some fun tonight. You know, look.
Chester,
Yes, Zizi.
me understand when like a clean-up take place.
Up here?
Up here.
Colin, then take out Colin.
No.
Then I carry Colin.
You mean, well, me don't know if you go with the debris and them.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
your bosses said that the clean-up pilgrim.
Zizi, me never want to talk about that yet.
But, you
Wait
know, we're
there.
going to left that for later because
Yes.
this is the beginning.
When I get close to that,
You know
I'll
what I
bang
mean?
that. When me just go school, and me just cog, me just get lashed from my finger. Because you're not supposed to cog.
And what happened?
Our next Prime Minister, the Honorable Harold Lovell, told the nation of one single plan, and Gaston Brown couldn't wait for the ink dry for cog. He write in the classroom, and every time Harold I write, he look over so.
They tell you.
He look over so. And you're right. But the one thing may guarantee you, he gonna write Harold name too. Because when they cog, they'll write everything.
Them cog.
And he go cog and write, vote UPP for the next victory. You agree with me?
Of course. Them cog.
Right.
Them cog, them cog,
Them cog.
All of the little people, them
Cog.
Them
All the
cog.
ALP people of cog. Them cog come cog, them cog. They cog them way right out of the government. Because then cog. They run out of ideas that run this country. So then cog.
All right, I'm done with that.
Okay, then cog.
Chester!
Red!
Chester!
Yes, Zizi.
Where you have I come up next?
Let me say this. This constituency, I used to represent it. And I love them and they love me. And right now, one of the representatives for the branch is going to come forward and tell you why All Saints East and St. Luke will continue to stick and stay, not just with UPP, but with Jamal Pringle at the next general election. Welcome, Brother Anderson James. DJ.
Well,
Like a package we sell.
Let me see the
We
flag.
charge up. Yeah, we charge up. We can't tire because we charge up. Yeah, we charge up. Yeah, we charge up.
Dead. Plenty people in here. Plenty people in here. Ladies and gentlemen, good night. My namesake is Colin, is not Colin, but Anderson James. He's Colin James, and Colin James dead too. He dead, long time. I want to tell you a little bit about Jamal Pringle. I'm here to give an endorsement to him for our constituency and to tell you how far he have come. Jamal Pringle has been around the All Saints Seas and St. Louis branch since 2000, after the 2004 elections. I can remember when Brother Charles Samuel died, we had to have a by-election. Thank you. When that by-election came up, the branch and Chester Hughes, the branch decided to put Chester Hughes forward. Jamal Pringle was around with him at that time, and he stood down to allow Chester to go forward with the nomination. After that nomination, and Chester Hughes had to leave the constituency, there had to be another by-election. And then we had, well, him. She came and Chester decided to step down again. That's the kind of man he is. Jamal, he decided to step down again as to allow the other person then to go through. When she left again, there had to be another by-election, and they had another name that was coming up, one. And Jamal said he is ready now to take the representative position. We as a branch, we sat down and we deliberated on the matter, and we decided to put Jamal forward. The point I'm making is this. This is not just a person who is all for himself. He thinks about the people and the betterment of the constituency. We want to give it up for Jamal Pringle. Give it up for Jamal Pringle. But, I have to talk the little politics, right? One time they used to call me or say that I would be a politician. So I have to talk the little politics. Colin James, I want to ask him one question. One question I want to ask him. After the 2018 general election, we hear Gaston Brown say that he didn't do something. We want to know what he didn't do. So we are calling on Colin James to come and tell us what he didn't do. We don't know if he get money or what. Me want if he can tell what he get or what he didn't do. Jamal Pringle, our representative, has been around in the constituency doing a lot of things. I can't name them because of too much. This year is a young man that has the people of All Saints East and St. Luke's at heart. And we want the people of this constituency to go out on election day. Go out early. Go out early. By 12 o'clock, by 12 o'clock on this day, we must know what the result is. And all the red people, them go buried. Them dead. But I have more questions to ask overall now. Because me want to know who forged the Prime Minister's signature. And me want to know who the man that they in Miami that get the money from another man, who he pay back the money to. Me want to know them someday. So ladies and gentlemen, Jamal Pringle for All Saints East and St. Luke's. Red dead! Red dead! Red
Yes, my
dead!
people, now we're going to Anderson James.
And if
You want James to move out the way, Colin, move out the way. It's finger time. And we're going to move straight from Brother Anderson James for another major endorsement. Because the people of our sisters said no. We're going to welcome Brother George Imhoff. George Imhoff from Sweet to endorse. Brother, put your hands together and make some noise for Brother George Imhoff.
we are not just mere energizers. Boom, yo, like a pack of shows. Good night. Let me start with some words from Martin Carter. I have at last started to understand the origin of our vileness. We ought not to be known as being an aggressor of begging, tricking, bluffing, cheating, subsistence seekers, and assorted hustlers. End of quote. My task here tonight is a simple and a serious one. I am here to encourage all them banner who they here from Corriverton to New Amsterdam, from West Coast Bobis to West Coast Demerara, the entire Essequibo, in fact, all the GT man and them. I am here to tell them, make the right choice. I have known Jamal for many years. In fact, we were colleagues on the staff at Princess Margaret School. And he has always been a committed and determined brother. So I urge you all, I urge you to vote Pringle and the United Progressive Party. And I close with Carter again. And so, if you see me looking at your hands, listening when you speak, marching in your ranks, I do not sleep to dream, but dream to change the world. Thank you.
Like a package we sell, we charge up, yeah, we charge up, yeah, we charge up. We can't tire because we charge up, yeah, we charge up, yeah, we charge up. Look, so when you sit with them, you feel move on the way, 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 move on the way. And if you never know, we charge up, yeah, we charge up, yeah, we charge up.
Whoa, red! I can't hear you. Me look at diff. Red! Could I say it in Amerikanis? Red. Dead. Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to do it at Mac Pond. And me not lie. They creeping for me just like when you use Jolly Roger and make rum punch. I just had the creeping for me. Tonight, I'm nervous, but if you notice, you see, when, what you call this, yeah? A sweater me put on, cause everything may get cold. But me too afraid I people that support UPP Jack. Give yourself a big shout of applause! Me no miss clap. All right. Hey, on the pecking order. After Anderson James and Mr. George Imhoff, we're calling on Brother Chandler Codrington. Put your hands together for Brother Chandler Codrington.
We charge up, yeah, we charge up, yeah, we charge up. Because we charge bad no. We charge up, yeah, we charge up, yeah, we charge up.
Yes, we charge up.
Because we charge up.
Okay, cut the music because I want to get my message out loud and clear tonight. Brothers and sisters, I am very glad to be in the constituency of All Saints East and St. Luke. And I consider this the partner constituency of All Saints West. Brothers and sisters, I am here to support my brother Pringle, because he has come to this house for such a time like this. Brothers and sisters, you must understand that the times that we are living in is the time of evil. I am telling you that you are not fighting a war of blood and flesh. You are fighting a battle of high spirituality and science. And you must understand the people that you are dealing with. I will start to tell you about the characteristic of the leader of the Antigua Labour Party. A bunch of coggers they are, with no vision of themselves, no innovation, but they cog like the greatest school child who sits at the table and eavesdrop what is on the other side. That is what the leader of the Antigua Labour Party, Gaston Brown, is. I speak from experience because I am telling you, this is a classic example that as I was on Market Street one day, I was listening to the radio and they were talking about the exploit of the Antigua Labour Party, stating one, that they abolished the school fees at the Antigua Grammar School. Brothers and sisters, fortunately, I was near by the Observer Radio, and I went to expose his lies because I was one of the recipients of the PLM administration by getting school free at the Antigua Grammar School. So I was able to witness the contribution. And so they continue to steal the legacy of the United Progressive Party. All they do is cog and cog for 8 years. Absolutely nothing. I want to let you know, brothers and sisters, that this is serious business. This is not a joke. Because when they reduce our people to hewers of wood and carriers of water, I cannot sleep at night. You must not be able to sleep at night. And so you have an option. You must make the right choice and vote for Howard Lover and the Redeemed team from the UPP. You must be enraged. You must understand the nature of the people you are dealing with. I will give you a classical example of how our United Progressive Party, we have as our motto, people first. Their motto is to enrich themselves at the expense of the taxpayers of this country. Brothers and sisters, in 2008, we introduced the National Student Fund. The National Student Loan Fund. When I used to be small, I was so envious when I listened to the American media and heard them talking about school loans. And the United Progressive Party introduced a fund where at 3% we can send our children to universities across the world. Brothers and sisters, they are now reaping the benefit of this initiative of the United Progressive Party. And so, you must know of all the achievements. You must get the books of achievement for the United Progressive Party, lest they continue to fool you. And so I'm saying, there is a choice. You must make the correct choice. and vote for the United Progressive Party. You must vote for Antigua, Anthony Smith, because with Anthony Smith, you are legit. And brothers and sisters, you must maintain a grip by Brother Pringle in the All Saints, East and St. Luke's. You must understand that you must not let go of this constituency because you have a legacy. Brothers and sisters, it is serious times and you must not relent on your duty. You have an obligation to have your friends go out, not only you, but you have an obligation to ensure that your neighbors, that your brothers, that your sisters, that every single one go out and ensure that we install the United Progressive Party, the Redeemed Team, Our Lover. Hip, hip, hip to Our Lover. Hip, 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 I say to you, support the United Progressive Party. Support each one of the Redeemed Team. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters.
Like a package we sell. We charge up. We charge up. We charge up. We can't tire because we charge up. We charge up. We charge up.
UPP! United Progressive Party! The Redeemed Team! All set and ready! January 18, 5:30 in the morning. What you gonna do? What you gonna do about 5:30? Make sure you make some caramel pop. No. Caramel pop will turn up in your stomach that you can't move. So when you go there, you anchor. So what you gonna do on January 18? Because what? Because what? Of course, any burial gonna take place, me go sing the psalm. Boy, I tell you we're rolling. And you had the former representative of that constituency, the All Saints West constituency. And we're calling the no candidate for the United Progressive Party for All Saints West constituency. The man himself, Anthony Smith. Flags waving, let me see those flags. The next representative for All Saints West. The next representative for All Saints West. Anthony Smith. We looking good. We looking beautiful. Greetings to the wonderful people of Antigua and Barbuda, and to my lovely people of All Saints West. All Saints, good night. UPP Massive, good night. Let me hear you. We have them. We have them. What we say, people? Red what? Red what? Red what? All right. I want to say a special big up to my political leader, to our political leader, an accomplished lawyer, and hands down, the best tourism minister this country has ever seen. And to our future Prime Minister, the Honorable Harold Lovell. A special good night also goes out to my big brother. I call him my big brother. A superhero, the Black Panther, the Honorable Jamal Pringle, the right man for All Saints East and St. Luke, a man that truly loves his people. My people of Antigua and Barbuda, I always say,
I know we're not perfect, but we must always stand on the side of righteousness, truth, and honesty if we want prosperity. And I can happily say to you, my people, real help is on the way. True help is finally on the way. The choice is right before you. You, my people, will have to decide. You have to decide if you want what is best for you. You have to decide if you want what is best for your family. You have to decide if you want what is best for your children. Or do we want them same old renegades, them self-enrichers? They will continue to take from us and to give away our country's patronage to their friends, families, and cronies. We don't want them people. My people, do you want good governance? Or do you want these self-enrichers who can't even cut bush within their constituency? They can't even keep our communities clean. And they're talking about running our country. My people, I say to you, you are going to have to choose. They ghost us for years and years. All of them, they closed down the branch offices. You can't reach them on the cell phone. They disappeared on us. And now as election is here, they're appearing like they mean well. They don't mean no good, people. We're not going to return them to office. Red dead. My people, I say to you, on election day, it is only one choice. The UPP is the right choice. The choice is clear. They are liars and dictators and bullies. And let us never forget, they forced us to take a vaccine and they still turn around and tear gassed us. They fired rubber bullets at us. They beat us. They sent you home from work for months and didn't pay you. They took our children out of school. Wicked set of people them be. But guess what? They may forget that this day would come. The same people they beat, they shot at, they took us out of our work, is the same people they're going to want to come and ask to vote for them now. Let us not forget what they did. My people, this is our chance. On January 18th, we have the opportunity to get rid of them. UPP is the right choice, my people. The United Progressive Party, we will bring new jobs. We will bring new development. We will develop our business sector and help to create and nurture our entrepreneurs. It's time for a change. It's time to put a government that puts the people first. So let's talk about the same people. Let's talk about the same bad treatment that they've been giving us for years and years. The place is filthy. Our country is filthy. Dirty gutters, overgrown bushes. They have some drains that they clean out since the last time Shannon Covington was in power. That's what the people are telling me. The crime rate in our lovely country is on the rise. One family getting all the jobs, all the opportunities. They alone getting rich. And when our children, when our young people finish in school and college, they come in here and they can't get work. And they're still bringing in loads of Africans to come and fight with the jobs we don't have. My people, I say to you, the choice is yours. Do you want the status quo to remain, or do we want real change? Let's talk about the same again, my people, the bad treatment. There's still no water in our pipes. How can that be right? On January 1st, 2023, we turned our pipes and still no water. All the promises, all the fluffing. The Prime Minister said we'd have water in September. What a shame. We still have no water up to today. My people, you deserve better than this. We deserve better. It's not Gaston Brown and Michael Brown alone to be getting rich in our country. It's not just their children. Other people must advance. They want to advance and take it all. And when our young people finish, they want to offer them $300 a week in the job program. Now what is that? $300 cannot feed anybody. Not in this day and age. And I'm saying to this ABLP administration, it is wrong. You are taking advantage of our own people. It's our people. How can you treat our people like that? Our young people, I tell you, they graduate in college. You have mothers with 4 and 5 children, and they're on job program. Antiguans and Barbudans, my Caribbean brothers and sisters, my people of All Saints West, we have to stop voting against our own interests. We must do better. And if the status quo remains, my people, again, we will have no fire trucks in our country to out your house if it's on fire. How can that be right? If we have another pandemic, my people, our people will suffer because they will not give us a stimulus. If the status quo remains, my people, you will continue to get late pay. And for some, none at all. They will continue to owe you thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and even, I say, millions of dollars. If the status quo remains, my people, our pensioners will continue to suffer. Late payments for months. It cannot be right. They built this country for us. Again, I say, the choice is yours, my people. The United Progressive Party, we are the right choice. We are the only choice. My people, they don't mean any good for us. They are in this to serve themselves, not to serve us. That's not what government is about. It's about serving you the people. So we're not going to give them another chance. So what we tell them, red what? Red what? Red what? All right. My time is up, my people, so I just want to say I love you. I love all of you. All Saints West, I love you. Antigua and Barbuda, I love you. Good night.
That's the next representative for All Saints West. May I say tonight, the Honorable Anthony Smith, the Honorable Anthony Smith. If you agree with me, let me see you wave those flags. We're voting on Labour. All Saints West people, where are they? Where are the All Saints West? Turn it up, DJ. Turn it up, DJ. Turn it up, DJ, man. Turn it up, DJ, man. Look. Make the people All Saints West celebrate their representative. For the future of this nation, me not live abroad, me a top right a yard. Citizens are crying. All Saints East and Saint Luke massive. UPP massive. We're moving from All Saints West, and we're going over to St. Paul. Let me see the people from St. Paul. We're going to welcome, make some noise for Sister Leon Attil. Where are the UPP women? Sister Attil. Get rid of all of them. Vote them out. Vote them out. Let me see you vote this finger. Vote them out. Hey, hey. Vote them out. Good night. Good night, everybody. Good night to all the blue people in Antigua, in the diaspora. Good night, all of you. A special, special, special good night to All Save Massive. Let me hear you.
alive. And tonight I'm standing with my brother Jamal. I'm standing tall and strong with Jamal. Jamal calls this his garrison constituency. That means that all of you in All Saints East and St. Luke, you know what to do. Let me see your hand. That's right. You know what to do. And so I'm here to big up, to support the Black Panther, and to support the UPP. Now let me hear the St. John City East. Let me see St. John City East, people. Let me hear you say yay. Let me hear you say yay, yay. And tonight I am saying yay. I am saying yay, yay for Harold Lovell, for City East. Harold Lovell, a committed, genuine, talented, feisty, bold, visionary, trustworthy leader. That's for City East. Let me hear you. And City East, this one is on you. This one is on you. So I want to hear you shout, Harold Lovell. Let me hear you. That's right. And that is exactly what I want to hear you say on January 18. I want you to go out on January 18 and to scrap your ex soul by soul for Harold Lovell, the MP for City East, our next Prime Minister, the Honorable Harold Lovell. And tonight, I want to hear a loud and cheer for Team Redeem. That's right. Come January 18th, I want to see box after box, polling station after polling station, division after division, constituency after constituency. I want to hear UPP, 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 yay, 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 yay. That's right. That is exactly how we're going to do it on January 18th. Folks, I feel you. We can feel it. It's in the air. We can feel victory. But we must never become complacent. We are going to go out on January 18th and cast our vote for UPP. This election is going to be our most important. And I dare say it is going to be a watershed moment in the history of our nation. It's important. And many of you have been calling for change. I see it all the time. I see it on shirts. I hear it on the radio. You are calling for change. And that is what the UPP represents. Change. But not just any change. Not just any change. We're talking about transformational change. We are talking about fundamental change. A UPP win means a paradigm shift, a shift in how we see things, a shift in how we do things. And so tonight, I'm looking at you, all of you, because I need you to understand what that shift means, what that shift means for you as citizens, and what that shift means for Antigua and Barbuda. So tonight, just entertain me a little bit. I want to talk about this change, and I'm lumping it, I'm calling social transformation. First, we have to start with leadership, because leadership does matter. Leadership does matter. And as the saying goes, if the top slack, the bottom and the middle can't, tight. So we got to talk about change. So under the UPP administration, we're going to start with leadership. We can expect a different kind of leader, a different kind of leadership, a leadership that focuses on people and not popularity. Leadership that focuses on process as much as it focuses on outcomes. And certainly, leadership that focuses on accountability. Just imagine a leader who understands that he's accountable to you, the people. You, the people, all of you holding our leaders accountable. Social transformation also means a paradigm shift in how we see development. And so the UPP will enter into a new development agenda, one that puts people at its core. It prioritizes the needs of its people, particularly the less vulnerable, or the most vulnerable, sorry. And so we engage in pro-poor policies and programs to prioritize those persons who are most vulnerable, the elderly, single parents, persons who have become recently disadvantaged and marginalized. We're talking about young people in conflict with the law. We're talking about young people who have mental health challenges. We are talking about social transformation. So walk with me into this paradigm shift, people. We're also talking about a good governance framework. Expect that your UPP administration is going to pursue the business of the state with integrity, with accountability, with honesty. Expect that. Expect that. And this new culture will filter over into the public service for greater efficiency and productivity. Now, that's transformation. We're talking about transformation, people, and I want you to feel the change. The change is coming on January 18th. When we look at transformation, we cannot leave out the environment. Now, I put this in here because just tonight somebody remind me we got to talk about the environment. And so the UPP will be responsive to climate change. We're talking about climate change and global warming. And so the UPP will be responsive. We'll engage in programs, in policies, in training to ready us for the challenge of global warming. Now, this is important to us in St. Paul because in St. Paul we've already been talking about care of the environment. And I want St. Paul's people to hear with me because these discussions have already started. We have a marine industry we have to protect. We have a huge expanse of land and state resources, heritage sites that we have to protect. And we have to protect these sites as part of our overall environment management process. And while we're talking about St. Paul, another important social transformation issue that must come up is that whole thing about community. And so in St. Paul, we understand the whole issue of community and why community is important. We have to begin to change how we do development. Development must start from community. People live in communities. They play in communities. They come back home to communities. And we must ensure that our communities are strong. Our communities are thriving. Our communities are safe. And in St. Paul, we are starting those kind of discussions. We also have to begin, and in St. Paul's, why people are telling me that we have to also look at mechanisms to ensure that community business happens in community. So we are talking about the establishment of local government, some sort of local government machinery to take care of community business in a timely, responsive way. And also to ensure that ordinary people take part in the governance of their communities. Now that's progress, that's change. So yes, we are talking about change. We are talking about you. We are talking about bringing you into the developmental process. So we are saying tonight, and I am saying to all of you tonight, all of you blue, beautiful, beautiful people tonight, that it is your responsibility. It is your responsibility to vote, to go out on the 18th of January and vote. Vote blue. Vote UPP. Come the 18th, all of you know what to do. You go out, you make the right choice, the only choice, you vote UPP, you vote Jamal, you vote Harold Pringle, you vote the Team Redeem, and of course in St. Paul's, who you voting, Quackman? Exactly. Up and down the hill, you're voting Clear and Attil. We are going to win. We are bringing home all the seats. God bless you. Thank you very much.
That was Sister Cleon Attil. St. Paul, up and down the hill, we are voting Attil. Now, brothers and sisters, attesting this mic. Thump your toe. Somebody hail you, thump your toe. Now, just by way of announcement, someone in their exuberance and excitement lost their cell phone earlier tonight. We have it backstage. You have to prove it's yours. The police have it with me. So once you come, if you lose your phone, please check us backstage. Can be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. All right? Now, brothers and sisters, you have heard the next government of this country. You have heard from Brother Anthony Smith. You have heard from Sister Cleon Attell. Now we're going south, way south, deep south. We're bringing on the man that's going to take out Samantha Marshall. Welcome, Brother Kelvin Simon. Round south people, where are they? Come forward, south people. Come forward, south people.
They get no severance at all. So come out, I say, we got to put them out right away. Johnny Bishwak, I say, not because they get paid. On election day, it's UPP all the way. Right now I can't sleep. Let me vote out Labour. Get the rid of wicked Gaston. Let me vote out Labour. Hands and that we moving as one. Let me vote out Labour. We have to win this election. Let me vote out Labour.
Good night, my people. Good night, All Saints East and St. Luke. Good night, UPP family. And to my lovely people all the way from St. Mary's South, a special good night. The sporting facilities across this country, near and far, have suffered tremendously. The worst blow under this administration, the ABLP administration. St. Mary's South, where I'm from, and throughout Antigua, nothing tall going for our sporting facilities. We have a movie that's acted by Eddie Murphy by the name of Doolittle. But in St. Mary's South, we have a minister that do nothing. So her name is Miss Do Nothing. She not do nothing tall for up on the south side. The United Progressive Party, however, is committed to the upgrading and the maintenance of all sporting facilities throughout the country. We will provide jobs by giving people the responsibility to maintain these facilities. We will also develop around the Sir Vivian Richards Cricket Stadium a sporting village with world-class facilities for swimming, basketball, cycling, netball, etc. Also, the drag racing fraternity is going to be excited once we get into office, because we plan to upgrade that facility to a world-class one, where we can invite drivers from all over the world to come and enjoy some sun, sea, and sand in this beautiful Twin Island nation of ours. Sports tourism is another big thing that we have on our agenda. We plan to develop sport tourism to the point where our citizens can be employed, viable job options, coaching, physio, professional playing, training, etc. We want more people to earn a living from being involved in sport, whether at the playing level or at the administrative level. In the off seasons, the Bahamas enjoy NBA teams going there for preseason training. We want to develop our facilities to that point where professional teams can come to Antigua to train, thereby attracting other people to come just in order to mingle with these professional players. That's the level we're talking about. But in order for this to happen, we need a reliable water supply so that people can bathe and feel good. Can't have them come here and they can't bathe.
For this week alone, I've thrown up more water than I have for the entire last year. And this man saying he provides how much millions of gallons of water for us. You really know the water, they must be still in the sea, but it's not in the pipes. We as an administration plan to create a comprehensive sports sponsorship policy. Now, I'm the president for Bowlands Football Club. And there are times when I approach businesses for sponsorship. And they're always reluctant to give money because there is nothing in place for them to benefit. We as an administration plan to create a policy where businesses, once they give to sport, they will receive concessions. They will receive other benefits that would encourage them to give to sport both on the national and at the club level. We will ensure that sports become a key component in all after-school program. Right now, our youths need something to keep them busy, something positive to keep them out of trouble and from wasting their lives away. And we as an administration is saying to you that we will use sport as this avenue to keep them occupied. We will implement a sport for all policy to ensure that recreational activities are made easily accessible to the entire population, especially those that are aging and those with disabilities. Why can't Antigua have somebody participating in the Special Olympics? We have the ability for that. We have the people that can take part once they're trained properly with the right resources. It's time for us to think beyond what we know as the norm and try to push our people outside. Why can't we have athletes performing at Special Olympics when we look and we see throughout the world or the nations pushing that? But this administration cares nothing about that. They know nothing about that, and surely they know nothing about empowering the people. Education is another aspect that this administration plans to take forward. Under a UPP administration, we will see education as a right to every citizen. We will make education free from pre-K to the tertiary level. We are committed to increasing the literacy level of Antigua and Barbuda. And let me say this to you people. Don't be fooled by the ALP tactics. They intend to keep us illiterate. Once a person is literate, they become independent. They become thinkers of themselves. They become creators. The ABLP administration does not want us as Antiguans to be independent thinkers. They want to keep us dependent. They want to starve us and then feed us, and then to us, they become our heroes when they're the ones that are keeping us in poverty. We have to rise above that and understand that there's more value to us than somebody coming around election time trying to feed us and pretend. So education is the way to empowerment. I can speak for myself. Having left Antigua, gone to Trinidad for 4 years to study, it made me accomplish what I never thought was possible. Even being here on a political platform, I never saw that coming in my years going to school until I started to study and saw the value in me taking myself to another level. And this is what education will do to you. It liberates you. It inspires you. It gives hope. It empowers you. If you want to know the value of any citizenship or citizenry to a government, is the way they invest in education. ABLP is not about empowerment. They're about keeping us dependent on them for handouts. Crumbs they give us after the table when the bread drop. We will offer free education for children 2 to 4 years old in the private sector and pre-K centers throughout the country by a voucher system. This will create more jobs in the early childhood education sector. We will construct a new secondary school to serve the communities of St. John's Rural West and St. John's Rural South. We understand that not everybody is going to be book smart. There are people with special talents, but for some reason, they just don't learn well from the books. You have to give them something that's hands-on. Therefore, we will push vocational training and elevate what we know as ABIS to a level where they will be offering skill certificates in building trades, small engine repairs, manufacturing, upholstery, sewing, etc., and also agriculture. I believe so too. I believe you got teeth from. But make it teeth from because I know your first I hear about them. We will have an internship program from 6 to 9 months that will be part of the practicum. Graduation will also include a diploma at the Caribbean Vocational Qualification, CVQ. Full-time entry will begin after completing third form with incorporation of day release classes for other secondary school students seeking certification in particular subject areas. We will increase the number of uniforms provided also under the school uniform grant program. I know they took it down to one or so when they got in the power, but we are saying as an administration that we will take it beyond what it is today. We will increase also the number of uniforms for not only the secondary schools, but also for the pre-K and kindergarten. Education opened doors in the minds that you never thought existed. Education makes you feel powerful. I had the opportunity to teach and under the United Progressive Party government also. I was a part of the educational after-school program for ABIS. Tell you this administration is all about education and empowering people. I used to teach, I taught 2 subjects at ABIS in the afternoon to adults that were older than myself. And the testimonies that they gave, and they came to me all the time and be like, Mr. Simon, you have no idea what these classes are doing to me. And I'm talking about people that are some of them are almost close to the retirement age. But having that opportunity to learn, having that opportunity to go back to school, to do a CXC subject that they did not get a chance to do when they were going to school, it meant so much to them. They felt empowered. They felt as if they were not being marginalized. They felt as if they could contribute more to their workplace. And this is what education will do for our nation of Antigua and Barbuda. The United Progressive Party is committed to creating and fostering independent minds, making us more marketable so that we can apply for any job and sometimes even outsource our people to different countries because we're qualified to hold jobs. In Trinidad and Barbados, for example, up to tertiary level, you receive free education. Why we can't have that here? And I'm saying to you, under a United Progressive Party government, that will be a thing of the past and it will become a reality in Antigua and Barbuda. Many people want to further their education, but the government is not doing enough. The United Progressive Party will ensure that whoever wants to study will have an opportunity to study. There is no other administration in the history of Antigua and Barbuda that offered more scholarships than the United Progressive Party. In closing, I would like to remind you that red, UPP, the right choice. UPP, the right choice. UPP, the right choice. I love you, my people.
One for the Calvin Simon. Let me hear the South people make some noise.
Right now I can't sleep. Let me photos labor. Get the reader wicked gas stand. Let me photos
Yes, my people.
Hands on deck, we moving as one. Let me photos labor.
We're going to continue. We're going to continue. And let me say this. You realize the stage empty? Where my UPP people?
Bang, 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 bang. Hey!
Woo!
Ho! We salary standing still, and so we credit in fair. There will be a raise. Some like every just barely holding your own, barely holding your own. Poor people feeling it in the pocket, feeling it, feeling it, feeling it, feeling it. And so he buy a lotto ticket, just give me a quick peek, feeling it, feeling it, feeling it, feeling it. Something must be wrong, cause now the heat is on. We fighting to survive, fighting to survive, and surely we must survive, cause God will provide. Poor people, time to rise, take your country back. Dee-da-da. It's bills and more bills monthly. It's never easy, and there is no way you can OAPUA. They will cut electricity and water, don't mind how you plead. You trying to make ends meet, brace your back and grit your teeth, bound to get ripped off so many white-collar thieves. Embezzle government funds, climb the ladder, then kick it down, while you stunting, scraping, stretching every cent. It's even harder, you can't pay up your house rent. You can't pay up your house rent. Poor people feeling it, empty pocket, feeling it, feeling it, feeling it. They take we bread and can't give we biscuits, not even little brackish beverage. Feeling it, we feeling it, feeling it, we feeling it. Hey, something must be wrong. Now the heat is on. We fighting to survive, fighting to survive. Surely we must survive. God will provide. Bam, 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 bam. We must survive. We must conquer. We must take back the country this time around. It's greed, and you will agree, choking society. Some employers advantage their employees with no regard for the law. That's money power. Some workers get no benefit. They get insult but just can't quit. And just to keep a job, take so much of Mr. Schmidt. I tell the Labour Minister, you're just a sweet talker. Cause when them hotel locked down in the country, hotel workers have help to get the money, to get the little money. Poor people feeling it, empty pocket. They take we bread and can't give we biscuits, not even little brackish beverage. Feeling it, we feeling it, feeling it, we feeling it. Something must be wrong, something must be wrong. Fighting to survive. Surely we must survive. Poor people,
We must take back the country. La 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 la. Now don't think you're a loser. You don't have plenty dollars. Your true value is not for man to measure. You just hang on in there. Your conscience is clear. I come to tell you don't give up. Although you get no stimulus, just politicians bluff with this system so corrupt. Give thanks you can get a meal. Pray to God for your wounds to heal. You know the story, Noah and the ark. It's not the glitter and the glamour, but make you pure in heart. Make you pure in heart. Poor people feeling it, empty pockets. Feeling it, we're feeling it. And when I checked the PM in the office, he said the problem he just can't fix. Feeling it, we're feeling it. Feeling it, we're feeling it. Well, something must be wrong. It must be gas and wrong. Fighting to survive. Fighting to survive. Surely we must survive. God will provide. God will provide for the poor people. Must provide for the sufferers. Rise up. Take your country back. UPP. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. Poor people suffering. Yes. Hey. All the way from St. Philip South. I mean, we come to represent. St. Philip South. St. Philip South, make your ex count. We can't take no more knockout. All we ever get is some big fat chat. Oh yo, we fed up with that quack. Sure feel the real deal. Going, we voted. Where the Monday? Sure feel the real deal. Going, we know him. We know the man. The right choice. The right choice. Oh, look the Monday. So feel. St. Philip South, make your ex count. We won't take no more knockout. All the promises, don't be misled. Just remember red, dead, sure feel the real deal. Going, look at it, we voted. Look the man there, sure feel the real deal. Going, we know him. The right choice, the right choice. UPP, bring it home. St. Philip South, make your ex count. We won't take no more knockout. When they come and think they go buy we out. Hello, we will never sell out. Sure feel the real deal. Going, we voted. Look, man, sure feel the real deal. Going, we know him. Look, the man, the right choice. The right choice. UPP, bring it home. St. Philip South, make your ex count. And vote the rice pudding man out. Put we community right back on track. We know for a fact that sure feel the real deal. Going, we voted. Look, the Monday sure feel the real deal. Going, we know him. Look, the Monday sure feel the real deal. Going, we know him. The right choice, the right choice. UPP, bring it home. UPP, bring it home. St. Philip South representing in the house. The man Sherfield. Woo!
Thank you. Make some noise if you want the rice pudding man gone.
Yes, my people.
I said make some noise if you want the rice pudding man gone.
St. Philip South, where are you? Where are you?
Make more noise if you want the top dog gone.
UPP massive! UPP massive!
Make noise if you want the top dog gone. Make noise if you want the whole cabal gone. Red dead! Red dead! Red dead! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I was reading a story about a king, a leader of a country. And he's a haughty king. He's an obnoxious king. He treats his people with contempt. Curse the people. Deny them stimulus. Treat them bad. And there came a time that it's time to vote again. And so, as he was there contemplating, he had a dream. Writing on the wall. And he couldn't understand what was said in that handwriting. So he called all the chief priests and all the people to interpret what was written, the handwriting on the wall. And it was interpreted to him, "Sir, your days are numbered. You have been weighed in the scale and found wanting." And I'm here to say tonight that leader, the same words are being said to him. The handwriting is on the wall. Your days are numbered. And that number is 10. Today is the 8th. The 18th is V-Day. 10 more days. So the handwriting, sir, is on the wall. Your days are numbered. You're weighed in the scale and found wanting. Tonight, I am going to talk to you a little bit about national security, access to justice. We know that nothing has been done over the last 8 years to improve access to justice for our people. Nothing has been done to enhance our national security. We have a police force that have not been looked after. The United Progressive Party is saying to you tonight that the policy is to look after the police. The policy of the United Progressive Party is to take a view of the police and train them and enhance them and give them equipment and provide a good working environment for the police. There will be insurance for the police officers. There will be increased police officers. All the stations will be rebuilt and state-of-the-art station will be built. The police station in All Saints will be rebuilt and will be improved with barracks and all the services. The police station in Bowlands will be built and will be improved with all the services. The court system for the parishes, Parham, All Saints, and Bowlands, they will be restored to the community. The courts will be held in the district, and the court that they have in St. John's, where they hijacked the community center from the community of Grace Green, we will restore that court to the community. Prison system will be reformed. The prison system is a choice, because even though people are in prison, they are still human beings, and you must provide for them. The United Progressive Party, with respect to prison reform, we're going to seek to bring rehabilitation to the prisoners, seek to bring education and online training to them, so that when they come out of prison, they can play their rightful role in society and make a contribution. In that way, you will reduce people going to prison. You will reduce them recidivists. You will enhance people when they have made a mistake, that they can redeem themselves and come back and make a contribution in society. There will be a brand new prison built. A brand new prison built, modern prison. People will go to prison, people will do things to go to prison, but we don't have to write them off. We don't have to write them off. We provide rehabilitation and training. Because it was Jesus when he was with us, and the woman who they caught in adultery, when they brought her to Jesus, he said, "He who have no sin, cast the first stone." And all them walk away. United Progressive Party is not going to write off these young people. Among the programs that we're going to have, we're going to legislate for alternative sentencing, such as community service and probation, and help people when they run afoul of the law, especially first-time offenders, to have a diversion from prison. They will have to pay for what they have done, but not necessarily to be incarcerated. There are many offenses that are now crimes. We will change those petty crimes to violations, so that you don't have to stigmatize a young person for the rest of their lives. We will have these diversion programs so that even when you make a mistake, you can get counseling, both pre-counseling and post-counseling, so that you can improve yourself, play a role back into society. It is true that prisoners don't vote. They don't vote when they're in prison. But there comes a time that they will be out of prison and you're going to need their vote. So we're going to look after them and help them to come back into society and play a great role. We speak about the police service and the improvement, ONDCP, and all the national security forces. We're going to take special effort in improving all these services. And while we are doing that, we will reduce crime, we will enhance community policing, and under the United Progressive Party, you will not expect to see this massive corruption. Just last night they had some kind of One Nation concert, said to be sponsored by the government of Antigua, some $2 million. But it's designed only to bring votes to them. How can they take $2 million just to enhance their chances of re-election? And just 2 years ago, when our people need stimulus, when they need help, no stimulus. Nothing for you when you're in need. And then this past Christmas, I never see more trucks, more turkey and ham being distributed only to get re-elected. And I'm saying to you, that is poor governance. That's not what we need. That's not what we will have on the United Progressive Party. We will have a system to protect our people, to develop our people, to enhance our people, to uplift our people. Hands up, not hands out. And so I'm saying to you tonight, the choice is yours. There are going to be 2 sets of people coming in all 17 constituencies. Well, in fact, there was a third, but let's not talk about that because that makes no difference. There's 2 sets of people, and you need to choose. You can choose between those who seek to enrich themselves, whose motto and ethos is to enrich themselves, and you can choose between those who want to uplift you. I'm saying to you that any wise person will only make one choice, the right choice, the United Progressive Party. I come here tonight to endorse my brother, Jamal Pringle. I endorse my leader, the Honorable Howard Lovell. I endorse all 16 of the candidates. I say to you, red dead, red dead. And up in St. Philip South, the rice pudding man gone. Thank you. God bless.
Yes, that was Brother Sheffield Bowen, the next parliamentary representative for St. Philip South. We're getting close to the leader. You want to hear the leader? You ready for the leader? You ready for the next Prime Minister? I can't hear you. Are you ready for the next Prime Minister? Where are the flags? In there. We're getting there. We're getting there. But before we get to the next Prime Minister, we're going to St. Peter's, where all the confusion there right now, and UPP got clipped the wing. Let's welcome Brother Tavon Harriet, where the St. Peter's posse be. They're right here. St. Peter's, UPP massive. My UPP massive!
Let me see both the finger. Put them out. Hey, hey. Come and show me that them not really love we.
Are you ready, my people? The next representative for St. Peter's, Brother Tavon Harriet.
St. Luke, let me publicly endorse my brother, the lone soldier in the House of Parliament for the United Progressive Party. Let's all give him a round of applause. This man has gone in the Parliament week in, week out, and he back bad. Look, he takes some licks every week. But listen, we're telling our brother, Jamal Pringle, we'll let you know this tonight. The rest of the Redeem team will be joining you after the 18th. No more advantage gonna happen. The Redeem team, captained by the Honorable, the next Prime Minister, the Honorable Howard Lovell. We've sat weeks after weeks, months after months, and plot our way on just how we will redeem this great nation. And my brother, you've done us all proud. But again, reinforcements is readily available. Reinforcements is coming very fast. Tonight, we're going to touch sports and youth empowerment. Now, as you know, the current administration, how they prioritize youth empowerment is by showing a fete, inviting 2 artists, and then that is all. Nothing is wrong about the partying. Everybody must have some time to have fun. We agree to that. But in our neck of the woods, United Progressive Party, we are fully committed to putting 25% of youths within the ages of 18 to 35 on all boards across Antigua and Barbuda. Another 25% will be in our Senate. You talk about youth empowerment, this is how you do it. Captain Howard Lovell and the Redeem team, we came up with these policies. You're right. You're right, they're good point again. But it's okay. When you can manage government outside of government, that shows the people that you're ready for government. All Saints East and St. Luke, this is no time to wonder and ponder. No time to consider another candidate. The right choice and the only choice is Jamal Pringle on election day. On January 18th, please go out early on all the different constituencies. We are ready to elect a government. Elect people who love and care for you. Not people who neglect you for 4 years and then come back the 5th year asking for your vote. Those people are people who only want to use you. We in the United Progressive Party, we value people. Our mantra is people first. In our constituency of St. Peter, as we know, there's some serious confusion going on up there. St. Peter, let me tell you, don't get drawn into the confusion. When you look at the players, as I said before, same players on different teams. The Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party, they're in government in St. Peter since inception. The people of St. Peter has complained years after years how they've been mistreated, taken advantage of. And you're telling me that come election day, we will consider them? The people of St. Peter have said to me clearly, they will look away and vote the United Progressive Party. They will elect Tevon Harriet as the next representative of St. Peter. If you canvass St. Peter daily, you see unkept roads, overgrown bushes, no sort of infrastructure development. And listen, a few days ago, the current MP was on ABS. He said that St. Peter looked the same as when he first joined. Just imagine the man that is in power for 20 odd years. And wait, he was also the Minister of Public Works. And St. Peter has no development. How can you now go and ask the people who you have not represented for their vote? St. Peter people, take what you get and vote them out. We want real representation. We want somebody who will be there for us day after day. Not somebody who will come after 4 years and expect your vote. No way. If you want something new, vote in Peter Blue. St. Peter, as I continue to meet you daily, we'll continue to share our plans and our ideas as we continue to work to redeem St. Peter and Antigua and Barbuda. No more we want the handouts. We want the hand up. We want the hand up in St. Peter. We want real development. We want real representation. And we want people who will fight for us locally, regionally, and internationally. At the moment, this administration has taken us for granted. And on election day, on January 18th, we are going to send a clear message and let the current administration and the current MP that we are fed up of the mistreatment, we are fed up of the disrespect, and we are fed up of the poor representation. On election day, if you want something new, vote Peter Blue.
Bang, 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 bang.
Before I leave here tonight, let me tell you again how honored I am to be a part of the team led by Brother Howard Lovell, the next Prime Minister in waiting. Brother Howard Lovell has shown his capabilities outside of office. With little to no help, he has transformed City East community. He has worked with the young people over there. He has worked with the elderly. And he has shown his leadership skills even when those above him belittle him. Let me tell you now, many of them on the other side wish they had the characteristics that Brother Howard Lovell have. He is second to none of them on the next side. And come election day, when Brother Howard Love will lead this team as the next Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, we will show the current administration just how to prioritize the people, how to manage state funds, and how to redeem Antigua and Barbuda. Red, dead. Red, dead.
Bang, bang,
Red,
bang,
dead.
bang, bang.
Thank you, and good night.
Get your voting card in your hand. Election time in the island. Let me fix the situation.
Oh, yes!
Let me vote out Labour. Get the reader wicked gas stand. Let me vote out Labour. Hands on deck, we moving as one. Let me vote out Labour. We have to win this election. Let me vote out Labour. Hey, hey, look how long we're so far. We cannot get no water. Whoa, food and gas is rising.
Yes! Here we go!
Boy, listen, look take a stand for the future of this nation. Me not live abroad, me a top right a yard. Citizens are cry, cause the treasury dry.
Yes!
It's time we tell Labour Party goodbye.
Let me hear you now. Oh no, I can't sleep.
Let me vote out Labour. CIP money cannot be found.
Let me
vote out Labour. School books cannot down a bookstore.
Let me vote out Labour.
Get rid of wicked Labour Party.
Let me vote out Labour.
Hey, oh,
Let me hear you. Let me hear you. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of all of them. Get rid of. Get rid of. Get rid of. Hey. There we go. How we all feeling? You all want more? Red. As we continue, we're going to roll it up. And we're going to call, all the way from St. John's Rural South, the candidate for the United Progressive Party. En los cuantos mejor yo compadres el dono sabiente de vuelco. Here we go. Gladys, 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 Gladys Potter.
right now I can't sleep.
Hey.
Let me vote out Labour.
Hey.
Get the reader wicked gas stand. Let me vote out Labour.
Hey.
Hands on deck, we moving as one.
Hey.
Let me vote out Labour.
Yes.
To win this election. Let me vote out Labour.
Oh.
So long we're so far, we cannot get no water.
Whoa, whoa,
Food and gas is rising, education system dying.
whoa, whoa.
To take a stand for the future of this nation. Me not live abroad, me a top right a yard. Citizens are cry, cause the treasury dry. It's time we tell Labour Party goodbye. Right now I can't sleep. Let me vote out Labour. CIP money cannot be found.
And we vote out Labour.
School books cannot down a bookstore.
And we vote out Labour.
Get rid of wicked Labour
All right.
Party. Let me vote out Labour.
Let's go. Gladys, Gladys Potter.
Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of all of them. Get rid of them.
Good night, Antiguans and Barbudans. By birth or by choice. Buenas noches, hermanos y hermanas, por nacimiento o por elección. All Saints East and St. Luke, I, Gladys Potter, endorse my brother, Jamal Pringle. Give my brother the opportunity to continue to represent you in Parliament. Brother Jamal, without the support of the government, has gone above and beyond to see that All Saints East and St. Luke was not left behind. With the UPP administration and Jamal Pringle as your Member of Parliament, rest assured your quality of living will change for better. Are you ready? Are you ready to re-elect Brother Jamal Pringle?
Bang, 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 bang.
Antigans and Barbudans, by birth or by choice, I endorse Brother Harold Lovell as the next Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda.
Bang, 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 bang.
I endorse my fellow candidates. Why? Because we are united. We are progressive, and we will give you our best. And rest assured, God will do the rest. Brothers and sisters, by birth or by choice, I am Antiguan born. My mother, the late Gladys Samuel Alberto, God bless her soul, was a Dominican Republic born. My father, the late Daniel Samuel, God bless his soul, was a St. Lucian born. I am a Caribbean woman. I observe the divisive nature of the Gaston Brown Labour Party. Sadly, they have successfully divided nationals against non-nationals with their words and their actions. They had ample time to implement policies that embraces you, my Caribbean brothers and sisters. Instead, they used you to get elected. Then they disrespected you, disregard you, throw you under the bus. A united progressive party will establish a humane immigration system built on human rights and will put measures in place to strengthen the systems so that no one is left behind. The time has come for all of us, Antigans, Barbudans, Jamaicans, Dominicans, Guyanese, Dominican Republic, and so on, to unite. Antigans and Barbudans, by birth or by choice, make the conscious decision now. Let that which unites us be greater than that which divides us. The opportunity to unite our region is now with a united Progressive Party administration. Our One Caribbean policy that will be implemented is a testimony to the United Progressive Party's seriousness in uniting its citizens and residents. It is time for us to live in unity as one. Are you ready for us to live in peace and harmony? Come January 18, we're going to vote them out. What are we going to do? Brothers and sisters, the Gaston Brown administration has failed us, the people, in so many ways. The Labour Party has the track record of empty promises, of creating illusions and smoke screens. We heard of investor, this investor, that investor, this investment, that investment. 8 years, 8 long years, not one real foreign direct investment in Antigua and Barbuda. Gaston and his cabinet of footstools have not been able to attract any real foreign direct investment, and it doesn't look like if any investor will do any business with them. So, if we want to attract good investor, if we want good investment into Antigua and Barbuda, what do we have to do? What are we going to do? Gaston Brown has failed to equip the citizens and residents of Antigua and Barbuda for the challenges ahead. Around the world, markets are flashing warning signs that the global economy is teetering on a cliff's edge. We experience Gaston Brown's incompetence in handling crisis and devastation. 2017, Hurricane Irma left our Barbudan brothers and sisters in a vulnerable state. Gaston Brown and his partners in crime failed miserably in managing that crisis. What they did to you, my Barbudan brothers and sisters, was an act of pure evil, wickedness, inhumane. The COVID-19 pandemic, another crisis, poorly managed. While leaders around the region put their people first, the Gaston Brown-led administration vulgarized aid, simple help. They oppressed us, victimized us, tear-gassed us, shoot rubber bullets at us, denied students their right to an education, victimized public servants. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the poor people got poorer, middle income became extinct. But the Gaston Brown cabinet creatively enriched themselves. Some turned farmers, some realtors, some millionaires. Antiguans and Barbudans, we need a sturdy hands on the wheel to steer us through any crisis. If you want sturdy hands on the wheel, if we want to come out of any problem stronger, what do we have to do? Come January 18, what are we going to do? Antiguans and Barbudans, by birth or by choice, all of us are in this mess together. We have to get out of the Labour Party mess. A next level of Labour Party means a next level of poverty, a next level of oppression, a next level of victimization, a next level of buried in debt and drowning in ignorance, a next level of no water, a next level of late payments. We cannot settle for a next level of evil. Antiguans and Barbudans, by birth or by choice, if you settle for less than what you deserve, we will get even less than what we settle for. You deserve better. Our students deserve better. Our pensioners deserve their pay on time. Our public servants deserve their back pay and their salary on time. Our farmers deserve better support. Our fisher folks deserve better fuel costs. Our nurses, doctors, police officers, and so on deserve better support, better salaries, better opportunities to own their own homes. Barbudans deserve a better quality of living. Antiguans and Barbudans, by birth or by choice, you deserve better policies that will improve our quality of living. You deserve better representation. You deserve an administration that mends bridges. You deserve an administration that puts you first. Weeks, days before election, they come with illusion. Smoke and Barbudans, the smoke will clear on the 19th of January, and it will be back to reality. You have the power to choose your reality. What do you want? Do you want a better Antigua and Barbuda? Then what do you have to do? There is a time and season for everything under heaven. Now is the time for change. Now is the time for us to fight for Antigua and Barbuda. January 18 is the day we fight. The day we redeem Antigua and Barbuda. Our weapon is our voters' ID. The mission is to do what? We have the permission from God to vote them out. What are we going to do? We are going to... Hermanas y hermanos, debemos votaros. Vote them out. UPP is the right choice. Gladys Potter is the right choice. UPP es elección correcta. UPP is the right choice. Oh, 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 what a day it will be when we shall vote them out.
Oh, yes. Sister Gladys Potter.
Let me fix the situation.
Whoa.
Right now I can't sleep. Let me vote out Labour. Get the reader wicked gas.
Hey.
Let me vote out Labour. Hands on deck, we moving as one. Let me vote out Labour. We have to win this election. Let me vote out
We have a little wanderer here. Anyone who knows the little wanderer, please come backstage. Been wandering around. I believe he just slipped away from his parents.
All right.
All right, so please come backstage. The little
And pick up
wanderer
the little one.
is ready. You here?
That's okay.
You want to?
That's all right. Okay. All right. Are you ready for the other one? Let me tell you something, right? This administration, which they call Antigua Labour Party, if there are an administration, has done so much wrong to you, the people of this lovely state, that tonight, me ask you, once again, on January 18, what you gonna do? Imagine the tire, man, who claimed that he saved one bank with $400 million. And he get one economy that was given to him at 4.7% running. Harold Lovell gave it to him. And today, we're 15% in the hole. We're 15% down in the hole. The economy has dropped 20% in 2021 into 2022. And you only could have managed to bring them out at 5.3%, leaving us at another 15 down in the hole. On January 18, what are we going to do? All right. I'm going to call the next one. All the way from St. Mary's North. The man who is going to take the Rolls Royce man down. The man who is going to take the cemetery man down. Jonathan Joseph.
Jesus is the winner man, the winner man, the winner man. Jesus is the winner man all the time. But I am on the winning side, the winning side, the winning side. I am on the winning side all the time. Read Matthew chapter 2, Satan lose. Jesus was born in a manger, and at his temptation, Satan lose again. Defeated at the Mount of Transfiguration. It's such a fun to see, Satan lose. But it's a fun to see, Satan lose. Jesus is the winner man, the winner man, the winner man. Jesus is.
Antigua and Barbuda, good night. I want to hear you. I want to hear you. How you feeling? You can smell the victory. You can taste the victory. Redemption is on the way. Redemption day is coming. Let me hear you say it. UPP, UPP, UPP. Red, red, red. Yes. Let me say good evening to one and all. Let me say to the people of St. Mary's North, change is coming to the constituency. I want to say to Brother Jamal Pringle that after January 18th, you will not be alone in Parliament because the United Progressive Party will be forming the next government, and it will not be without Harold
Look, listen to me. Never before have we seen such a stellar performance in the Ministry of Tourism. Five-star hotel built, some 40 plus other small properties that are still in operation today. Big it up for Harold Lovell. Let's talk about finance. Because you knew what happened, you know what happened. You know what happened to Stanford, British American, and Clico, and then the greatest recession that the world had ever seen in 90 years at the time, and Harold Lovell kept the ship a-sailing. I want to say they are afraid of Harold Lovell. You see, I am not going to take any time tonight to talk about the knighted one who we will retire in St. Mary's North, because before January 18th, we will be going closer home. We are going to have a rally closer home, so I will deal with him then. I want to say that this Redeemed team, we are ready for the task ahead. We know it will not be easy, but we are ready. We are competent. We have what it takes to take Antigua out of the hole that it is in. Look, I want to say something to the single mothers here this evening. Because we have an initiative. We call it the MOM program, the maintenance of minors. And I'm saying there this evening, because right across St. Mary's North, there are single mothers, there are fathers who are not able to support their child or children, not because they are lazy, not because they are deadbeat. It's because they cannot find any work to do under this wicked administration. Self-enrichment is their mantra. But I want to say to you that under this program that we will allocate $1 million to assist mothers whose fathers are not working. We will go a step further. We will find employment for those fathers. And when they're working, we will take the money out of their salary and put right back into that fund. It will be a revolving fund, because we are saying in Antigua and Barbuda and under the United Progressive Party, everybody matters. We take care of our citizens from the cradle to the grave. Our young ones should not have to suffer because of the failure of this administration. But you realize what we're seeing happening now? We, the United Progressive Party, over the past 2 years, we have been in the constituency. We sat in your homes. We take a seat in the yard, on the stone, on the block, and we listen to you. And we have put our plans together. And you recognize what is happening? Look, it was just last week the political leader came out with an initiative, and the dog eat it. The dog eat the homework. We went to work and study, and we came up with the answer. We gave the answer, and the dog eat the homework. The dog eat the homework. I'm saying here this evening that the time is right. The time is right for us to make a change. This is a change for the future. This is a change for our children's future. Don't give up on the opportunity come January 18th to make the right choice. We have been given an opportunity to do the right thing, to make a choice that is in our interest, in our children's interest, in the interest of all of Antigua and Barbuda. That's why we will bury them. I want to say to the cogger, if you're cogging good. If you're cogging everything. Because we said that all solid waste workers who are owed hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I'm saying that even in my constituency, one of the contractors, he's owed hundreds of thousands of dollars and have to take out a mortgage to send his child off to university. The individual begged if they could just give him just the amount for the tuition of the child. And it fell on deaf ears. That's a wicked administration. And I'm saying the representative holds the substantive ministry where he could have lent some assistance. But I'm saying to you, my brother, we will get rid of you in our interests. For 30 plus years, we have gotten nothing at all from you. And you see, for me, I keep speaking about the issues, the bread and butter issues. I talk about the things that he has not done and the things that he has done. And the things that he has done is not in the best interest of the people of St. Mary's North or Antigua and Barbuda for that matter. I want to say to you this evening, think soberly. Think soberly. Think about the future. Think about your children. Think about your grandchildren. I want to say here that for me and my family, until all of St. Mary's North, as they are living well, then we are not comfortable. We are not comfortable. The time has come for St. Mary's North to get decent representation. It's not about self-interest. Young people cannot get a piece of land, but this man have lands all over Jennings. The last portion he got was 76.4 acres in Dunnings, and you're going to give an account for it as to how you get it. I'm saying that building that you accepted on our behalf, that building you accepted on our behalf, one of the first things that I will do is to take a resolution to Parliament to acquire those two properties in the interest of St. Mary's North. They are not yours. You accepted them on our behalf. Shame on you. When individuals could not get a ham or a turkey during Christmas. But you all know what happened? The last time he called a truck to go and dump them, and the truck driver talked. So now he called a backhoe close by to his house, dig a hole, and bury the turkeys. Shame on you. Shame on you. Come to the people and say I'm lying. Shame on you. We thank God for the showers of blessings. It has been since before Christmas, since we got a little water in Jennings, in Hermitage area where I'm living. But that good for nothing man, he take all the water tank and they open his yard. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. We deserve better. We deserve better. I am saying that come January 18th, that right across all 16 constituencies in Antigua and Barbuda, it's going to be UPP, UPP, up and down the ballot. Why? Because red dead. Let me hear you say it. Red dead, red dead, red dead, red dead. The dog eat the homework. The dog eat the homework. I'm saying to you, my brothers and sisters, be first in the line. Be first in the line. Look for your ID. Put it in safekeeping. And I want to say to the people in St. Mary's North, don't you dare sell your ID again. Look, I want to tell you all something, Never before he has spent so much money on any one candidate. And me know he cheap. He'll uphold on everything. So I'm giving him a headache. Look, last election, some people get $20,000 for them alone. Tell me my lie. Tell me my lie. Tell me my lie. I'm saying, but the people are assuring me that you fooled them before. You're not going to fool them again. The young people are saying that you and the same person that came to give the money don't come again. You have failed. I'm saying, after 38 years of representing the people, you should be able to say to the people what you have done. Campaign on what you have done and tell the people what you will do for them. But it doesn't matter, because you will not get an opportunity, because we are going to retire you in our interests. I'm saying this evening that I'm here once again to pledge my allegiance to the constituency of St. Mary's North, to serve all the constituents of Bendels, Bath Lodge, Cashew Hill, Golden Grove, Jennings, Ebenezer, Martins Village, Browns Avenue. I believe in listening to the people as a whole. I listen to your voices. I listen to your views. And together, we will come up with the solutions. I came out with my magazine, the manifesto for St. Mary's North. It has been as a result of the years, the last 4 years, talking to the people in the constituency, and we came up with the plans to transform St. Mary's North. St. Mary's North is blessed this time around, because not only will you have a representative, just one person representing you, but you are having a family, because my wife and daughter, they are in this together with me. How can I leave here? How can I leave here and not thank the branch members, my campaign manager, Leon George, the best campaign manager that Antigua has ever seen. All my campaigners, I want to say to you, St. Mary's North, I will not be alone on this journey. You will not be alone. In fact, we will travel the road of development in St. Mary's North together. Let me hear you for St. Mary's North. Come on, you may not be living in St. Mary's North, but let me get a shout for St. Mary's North. We have been taken advantage of for too long. Be happy for us. Celebrate with us, because Redemption Day is coming. It may be dark right now in the constituency, because we have a representative that the people have not seen since the last election. But now he's running around. Some people never even realize that he's still penciling his moustache. They thought by now it would have grown back. Never seen him before. I want to say to you, if this man has not done anything for you when he was young, if he has not done anything for you for 38 years, what do you think he can do for you now at age 76? What can he do? And we won't apologize for his health after we retire him in St. Mary's North. I'm saying Redemption Day is coming. UPP is alive. Victory is on the way. Victory is on the way. Harold Lovell as Prime Minister. Minister and the Honorable Jamal Pringle, the next Deputy Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda. One love, one love, one love. See you at the next rally.
That was Brother Jonathan Joseph, UPP Massive. Thank you, DJ. What a speech. What a speech. Red. Red. Let me tell you something. Look. A pencil in mustache. Now, you know, some people must be proud of their age, you know. When you have the use Jamaica and they put on your mustache, something wrong with you. So some are pencil mustache and some are use off all the dye. What wrong with them people there? What wrong with them people there? Now you see me showing from the paper. Because are you ready for go home? Are you ready for go home? Red? Red? I, Chester Hughes, had the privilege of serving in Parliament with this man as a Prime Minister. He represented this country with distinction. Brothers and sisters, DJ, look at the music. Welcome the former Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, the Honorable Winston Baldwin Spencer. Make some noise. Let the people greet their former Prime Minister.
We have to win this election. Let me photo flavor. Hey, look how long we suffer. We cannot get no water. Whoa. Food and gas is rising. Education system dying. Whoa. Time to take a stand for the
Baldwin. 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 Where my rural West people? Brother Richard.
Let me photo flavor. CIP money cannot be found. Let me photo flavor. School books cannot don't have books down.
Where my UPP people?
Flavor party. Let me photo flavor.
Yes.
Hey, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of all of them.
Oh, yes. 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 We had him. We had him. We had him. We had him. Again. Yes. My dear good people, what a wonderful sight here tonight. And I see that you are ready. Are you ready? Are you ready to do what you have to do on Redemption Day? The 18th of January 2023 will be an epic day for the future of Antigua and Barbuda. Are you ready? And so, my dear good people, I want to call upon all Antiguans and Barbudans, whether you are born or you have adopted this country, to understand
what this election is all about. It is about the soul and the conscience of the nation of Antigua and Barbuda. And all of us have a responsibility to ensure that on that day that we go and do what we have to do, not only in our own personal interest and our family's interest, but the interest of the community and the nation of Antigua and Barbuda. You have to understand the importance of this occasion. To me, when one looks at all the elections that have passed, this election on the 18th of January is the most crucial and vital election for the future direction of Antigua and Barbuda. And I wish for the people of this nation to understand the importance, the significance, and the burning desire for all of us to get involved and make sure that on election day throughout Antigua and Barbuda, we go there and vote UPP all the way. Because, my dear good people, there is where the future of Antigua and Barbuda lies. The future lies in the United Progressive Party getting an opportunity with you to transform this nation and make it a better place for all of us, young, old, everybody. Because that is what the United Progressive Party is all about. Our mantra has been and will continue to be putting the people first. And we have demonstrated that in the past, and I'm quite sure that under the leadership of Brother Harold Lovell and the Redeem team, that desire to put people first will continue and be taken to the next level. My dear good people, I just want to say to you all that the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party, particularly led by Gaston Brown and his gang, you cannot take any chances with these vagabonds. You have to make sure that we all work real hard throughout all the constituencies to ensure that come election day, we ensure that victory is secured, because we have to do the work. And election day machinery becomes very, very important. I am sending this message right across Antigua and Barbuda that however you organize yourselves on election day, it is going to require that kind of mobilization and organization. And I know that we have the people and the measures so to do, but you have to make sure you are on top of that situation. You can't give them no chance. They're going to try everything in the book. Even election day, they're going to try all kind of tricks. But we must be prepared to ensure that we do what is right and what is good for ourselves and for the nation of Antigua and Barbuda. I want to say to you that I totally and completely endorse the team, the Redeem team, the United Progressive Party team, led by the indomitable Harold Lovell. And I want to say to you also that you in All Saints, East and St. Luke's have absolutely no other choice than the Honorable Jamal Pringle, the Black Panther. He has demonstrated that he has the kind of wherewithal, the kind of leadership. As a young man, he has demonstrated he was brought into this whole thing, and he took it on as a real young man desirous of transforming not only the community of All Saints, East and St. Luke's, but Antigua and Barbuda. And I want to fully endorse him and encourage the people of All Saints, East and St. Luke's not to be complacent, but to understand the importance and the significance of returning Jamal Pringle as the representative of All Saints East and St. Luke's. And indeed, throughout Antigua and Barbuda, my dear good people, I mean, I don't even have to go into the total failures and the mismanagement of the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party administration. What happened to Global Ports? What happened to YIDA? What happened to all those areas that they've come to you and said they're going to do this, that, and the other, and they have totally failed to deliver? I am saying to you, my dear good people, we cannot take any chance anymore with the Antigua Labour Party. And to come and tell us they're going to take us to the next level, the next level that they're taking us is to destruction. Complete destruction. That's the next level in every sphere of endeavor in this country. If we take the chance and vote for the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party, we will be voting for our own personal and collective destruction in this country. And I want you people to understand this. I am not being personal because everybody knows that I am a humble individual and I love everybody. But the reality is we cannot continue to have the Antigua Labour Party in charge of the affairs of this country. That is clearly out of the question because of what has happened. You have seen them over the past 8 years or so. And even before that, you know what the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party is all about. And so therefore, my dear good people, it is in all of us interests to ensure that we do the right thing come election day on the 18th of January and overwhelmingly support the candidates for the United Progressive Party. That is what you have to do. That is what I'm urging you to do all over this country. My dear good people, I want you to understand the importance of this exercise. It is not just when we go around this country and we get a sense of what is happening in our beloved Antigua and Barbuda. We should not have any doubt in our minds as to what we are supposed to be doing come election day. So I am serious about this. I am making a real appeal to the people of Antigua and Barbuda, not only those of you who are here. I'm making an overall appeal. And I'm even appealing to some of those people who claim to be Labour Party supporters. I want to say to some of you, you have to have a conscience, because I know some of you jolly well know that this Labour Party government has failed. And you yourself have been suffering under this administration. So you got to wake up to the reality and say to yourselves, as traditional Labour supporters, we can't continue to allow this in our country. We have to get rid of them. We have to ensure, my dear good people, that we do everything in our power to rescue the nation of Antigua and Barbuda. We are on a rescue mission. We are on a rescue mission to redeem Antigua and Barbuda and really and truly give the United Progressive Party that has the policies and the programs that we have been outlining to you over the period, and you have also seen what we were able to do when we were there to ensure that the people were the beneficiaries of our efforts. So, my dear good people, I want to urge you right across the board, and I said I'm serious about appealing to the so-called Labour Party supporters, because I know a lot of them are disgruntled, dissatisfied, and a lot of them would want to see the back of the Labour Party. So if that is the case, make sure you join the crusade for change. And so, my dear good people, I want to urge all of us, wherever you are, whichever constituency, you have got to take this thing seriously. You've got to ensure and say to yourselves, look, this is not just for me. This is not just for my family. This is not just for my community, my immediate community or constituency. But what I'm doing is for the nation of Antigua and Barbuda and its future development. And we want to ensure that we put you, the people, at the center of our developmental thrust going forward. And you can only get that kind of leadership coming from the United Progressive Party. And so, my dear good people, I want you to say with me, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Redemption Day is the 18th of January, and you have to make sure that you are ready to do what is right and what is in the best interest of Antigua and Barbuda. So, in endorsing the United Progressive Party as a whole, I want to say to you that you have in Harold Lovell a very, very good leader. I can attest to that because I worked with him for years and I know his capabilities. I know that he's a people's person. And the team that he has been able to pull together for us, all of them are on the same mission to do what is right, what is good for the people of Antigua and Barbuda. So shall I hear you once again? Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready? Are you ready for Redemption Day? What are you going to do? Vote them out. What are you going to do? Vote them out. What are you going to do? Yes. Let us do it together. Yes. Yes. We have them. We have them. We have them. Yes, we have them. Again, good night. Have a wonderful and make sure you return to your various constituencies and you do the work in mobilizing and ensuring, my dear good people, that on election day we get the votes out early and secure the victory. Thank you very much.
That was the former Prime Minister of Antigua. Make some noise for the Honorable Baldwin Spencer. Thank you, Mr. former political leader. Thank you very much. Brothers and sisters, we're going south. We're going deep south to the breadbasket of Antigua and Barbuda.
It's time we rise, rise, rise up! We rise up! Antigua gone, Antigua, Antigua gone. They gave it away to Ida. Now it's Western Imperial. Barbuda gone, Barbuda, look how we country gone. So much people are suffering and things not getting better. The syndicate land work with black people money. Now they take them away with the evil CIP. 500 acres was given to Yida. No Chinese have a stake in the state of Antigua. $9 a square foot for the poor man. $1 for acres for Chinese man. Antigua gone. The jam she don't need the fan. So Antigans rise up. My people wake up. And if you truly love this land, it's time we start a revolution. unite. Muster the courage to fight. Cause them things that one you know right. Antigua rise up. Well, alright, take God salute to the warriors. Them who are fight for the people, a fight to the end. We got save this country, we not stop at all. We not sit back and let we nation pass. So tell Peter, we tell Paul, we have a tear on corruption wall. I can hear me ancestors a call. King Court and the grave just a ball. So rise up, my people wake up. And if you truly love this land, Antigua rise up and take a stand. My nation rise up, national rise up. From the north we go rise, Antigua rise up. East and west we go rise, Antigua rise up. All the people them ya don't rise, Antigua rise up, up, up. Antigua rise, rise up. They take all Antigua, they take all 550 million social security plan. They take all Antigua, look how they take away all 76 million for e-book, bury them down a books. Pensioners can't get their money, cost of living going up daily. X amount of millions give to friends and colleagues. 14 hotel and supermarket for robbing. Brown and brown chucking for them hand in everything. Beachfront villa in Grand Cayman. You could walk right to the western. And Malwin Cemetery, 2.6 million gone. So Antigua rise up, my people wake up. And if you truly love this land, it's time we start a revolution. Join nation rise up, Nigeria rise up. Antigua unite, muster the courage to fight. Cause them things that one you know right. Antigua rise up, come in clean, get up, wake up, let we change up the scene. Then we put them out, cause we put them in. We go burn pay fire upon this wicked regime. Fire upon the self-enrichment scheme. Jar on fire upon the evil of plan. Fire upon the recolonization. So then Nancy, Paulette and all, we have a tear down corruption wall. I can hear me ancestors a ball. King Court and grave just a call. So rise up, my people wake up. And if you truly love this land, Antigua's rise up and take a stand. My nation rise up, Miss National rise up. North and south we go rise, Antigua rise up. East and west we go rise, Antigua rise up. For our children's sake we must rise up, Antigua rise up, up, up. You hear me? Antigua rise, rise up. Antigua gone, Antigua, tell me how could this be? When King Court gave his life so we could own this country. We born never free of nobody. How would it come to this? How we get so foolish? Labor pull wool over we eye. Promises of pie in the sky. But it's all a lie to re-enslave I and I. They prey on our weakness, greed and division. Have us participating in our own destruction. And so with clouded vision, we lost sight of our mission. Antigua get up, let's chart a new direction. So Antigua rise up, my people wake up. And if you truly love this land, it's time we start a revolution. My nation rise up, national rise up. Antigua unite, get up the courage to fight. Cause them things that one you know right. Antigua rise up, Antigua show them we might put it back to the wheel. Government now listen, government never feel them this land. Antiguans rise up and take a stand. My nation rise up. Machines will rise up. North and south we go rise. Antigua rise up. East and west we go rise. Antigua rise up. All what people them ya do rise. Antigua rise up. Up, up. You hear me? It's time we rise. Rise up.
Yeah. Pringle, the Black Panther.
That was the Queen of the South, Queen Ivina, and we're gonna bring on the representative for Deep South. It is my proud honor to bring on the Black Panther of All Saints East and St. Luke. Where my people from All Saints East and St. Luke? Where my people? Let me feel my UPP energy. It was my pleasure to have me support him support me in the last general election I ran in All Saints East and St. Luke. And it is my pleasure to welcome the Honorable Jamal Pringle to continue to serve the people of All Saints East and St. Luke. The people are proud of him. The constituents are proud of him.
Black Panther the right man. Pringle the right man. Yeah. Black Panther the right man. Jamal, the Black Panther, the true superhero. You know you're inevitable. Pringle the right man. Yes.
All Saints East and St. Luke.
Pringle the right man. Yes. Jamal is
UPP massive, let me hear you make some noise.
A positive plan. He is the right man. As I sing this song, right man for the poor. Oh God bless his soul. There's only one goal. He's for the people. So Pringle are the right man. Jamal is the right man.
Yes, my people.
Pringle is the right
Thank
man.
you. Thank you.
Black Panther the right man. Well, I'll sing East and St. Luke. The Black Panther ain't no joke. The man come to fulfill the promises. Pandemic premises, we all are the entrepreneurs. And to the youth, them in the sports. Make them know you got the full support. And come to bring back humanity in the community and build back our rebound code. Pringle are the right man, yes. Black Panther the right man.
Yes, my people, make some noise for the Honorable Jamal Pringle.
Pringle are the right
Check,
man.
check.
Black Panther the right man.
Good night, All Saints East and St. Luke. Good night to each and every one of you. And let me welcome you to this garrison constituency that I will be the representative for another term. We are in some serious times. And we are sending a clear message to the Antigua Barbuda Labour Party and to Colin James, letting them know that red is dead. Brothers and sisters, I have a few things to address here tonight. Because when I done with Colin James, he gonna run out his skin like one sukuna. When you see fire, you leave it alone. This time around, I'm going to make an example out of you. You get away the last time. But I will say to you, this time around is no joke. This is serious business. When it comes to the people of this constituency and this country, this is not a joke. This is serious business for me. So when you come to talk about your cleaning Pringles mess, I want to remind you that is the LPUA and the Public Works Department that your government dumped there in the effort to derail what is happening at my office. But I want to say to you, Mr. Colin James, where were you for the last 4.5 years? That is only now you see that we need attention in All Saints East and St. Luke when your government neglected us for over 10 years. But I want to say to the people of All Saints East and St. Luke, because I'm not going to dwell on him, I will come back to him, because the United Progressive Party has a lot in store for you. We understand what it is you're facing, and we sat together and we came up with a recovery and relief package for you, the people who we hold so dear to our hearts. We understand that the water situation is plaguing us, and we, as the next government, will do something to ensure that we rid Antigua and Barbuda of this water crisis. The United Progressive Party will establish a water system fund that will be funded by any investor come to this land. No longer investors are going to take our land and don't invest in the infrastructure of this country. Immediately after we take office, we will do a comprehensive audit on APUA to ensure that it is up to par, and if it's not, we are going to use the latest technology to ensure that our water infrastructure is on par. That is what you can expect from your next United Progressive Party government, because no longer we believe that you should go to your bathroom and have to dump and dump. That is the end of that era. And I'm happy to be a part of a team who share the same vision, who want to see the best for Antigua and Barbuda. So first and foremost, from day one, we are going to work not in our interests, but in your interests. That is what a caring government will do. We understand that the infrastructure has been neglected for far too long. And we are saying, if we are going to offer relief, we must make sure that our roads are in excellent condition. So you don't have to blow a tire, you don't have to burst a shock, you don't have to lick out your steering end every month. We, the United Progressive Party government, will ensure that not only our major roads, but our community roads are drastically improved, because you, the people, must be able to save some money and more so get in and out of your homes on good roads. You pay for it. You have been paying for it. You are paying the taxes. So we have to ensure that the roads that you drive on are roads that are perfect for human beings and not donkeys. The last time I saw those roads, not like what in All Saints East and St. Luke, is when I running across Ginger Hill to go look mango and ride donkey. That's the thing of the past. Not in 2023. Not under your next United Progressive Party government. We care for you, the people, and it's not going to stop there. We are going to ensure
that the young people of this country, and more so All Saints East and St. Luke, who came to me several times, and I had to say to them, listen, I understand you want a piece of land, but if I write you the letter, they're not going to acknowledge it. So I want to say to them that when you elect the United Progressive Party, you can boast that you don't have to check a minister for anything that is belonging to the state of Antigua and Barbuda. That is what you can expect from your next United Progressive Party government. When it comes to education, no longer you will be at the mercy of a politician to give you a scholarship. You will apply and go and get a scholarship without the interference of your political representative. I want to say to you that as a young person, it is my duty to ensure that the failures of this government is never ever repeated under a United Progressive Party, because you, the people, I hold you dear to my heart, and all that I am is because of you. And I thank you, and I will work in your interests. So brothers and sisters, the days are drawing near. We have roughly about 10 days when we have to make a critical decision. And I'm speaking to all under the sound of my voice, especially the young people who they boast that all they have to do is give them $100 in their pocket and they will vote for them. I want to say the free concert is not a reason for you to vote for a government. I want you to remember that the monies that paid for that free concert came out of the government coffers, and we must reject that because there are too many persons suffering out there. Our pensioners can't get paid, and you can find $2 million of the people's money to put on a free concert for an election. I am into entertainment, and I love entertainment, but I don't believe you, the people, should be paying for my entertainment. That is something that the young people must reject. That type of leadership is a leadership that stifles production, stifles progress, because their priorities are twisted. And we, the people of All Saints East and St. Luke, will reject the Antigua Labour Party like we have been doing for the last 20, 30 years. No more for the people of Antigua and Barbuda. No more suffering for you, the wonderful people who have toiled daily to ensure that you have a better country. Brothers and sisters, we are in some serious times, and I'm calling on you. I'm calling on each and every one of you. On January 18, please give the United Progressive Party the opportunity to lead this country. Give the United Progressive Party the opportunity to create more job opportunities for you. Give the United Progressive Party the opportunity to decrease the cost of living that you, the people of Antigua and Barbuda, are paying so dearly. I want to say to you, the time has come. The time has come for you to put the Antigua Barbuda Labour Party in the book of history, because Antigua and Barbuda need a fresh start. And the United Progressive Party, led by Harold Lovell, is the fresh start for Antigua and Barbuda. The Redeemed Team is the fresh start for Antigua and Barbuda. We want a better country. We want a better cost of living. We want a lower cost of living. We want more job opportunities. And more so, brothers and sisters, you want a government that respects you and understand that the power of this country lies in you. You elect us. We are your servant. So brothers and sisters, when you elect us, you need to hold us accountable because we cannot be elected by ourselves. It is your duty to ensure that this country is governed in the best way. No longer you can sit back and just go on as usual. This is not business as usual. This is the future of all the little ones that you see running around here tonight. We have an obligation to them. We must create a future that is brighter than now. That is brighter than now. Because right now, things is dark, dark, dark in Antigua and Barbuda. But I'm happy. I'm happy because the team to redeem is here. And Harold Lovell and the United Progressive Party is full of vision. We have so much vision that guess what? The political leader announced a policy the other day and they have no ideas that Gaston Brown take it and run with it and have no shame. But I want to say to Gaston Brown, when you hear you have to take up what it is that the opposition put on the table, it is simply telling us that you're out of ideas and your time is up and you must give the rightful people the opportunity to run this country because you and your cabal have full no more ideas and it's time to get out of the way and let the people with vision take this country forward. We understand the Liat workers' situation. We understand the Jolly Beach workers. We understand us, and more so, we understand what pensioners are going through. Hence the reason why the political leader boldly said that when we are elected, immediately he will pump $20 million into the Social Security so that pensioners can be paid on time. That is what you can expect from a caring government. Brothers and sisters, I want to say to you, we cannot do this without you. So on election day, you have to elect the United Progressive Party and Brother Harold Lovell. I am proud to be the deputy. I have learned a lot. And I want to thank him and thank all the members of the United Progressive Party and thank each and every one of you who have supported me through that challenging time when I took over as the leader of the opposition. I am who I am because of you, and I will continue to work in your interests. I will not leave you. I will not forsake you. I will work tirelessly to ensure a better life for each and every citizen here in Antigua and Barbuda. So on election day, I want you to vote no other way but the United Progressive Party way. This is not for us. This is for the future of Antigua and Barbuda. Brothers and sisters, I want to say to you that I have some great plans for this wonderful constituency. Under my stewardship, I guarantee you in the government, using grant funding, we will transform this Macpon complex into a state-of-the-art stadium for the people of this country. We will ensure that the people of Sweets, John Hughes, Old Road have better sporting facilities. It has been far too long that the people of Sweets cannot even exercise on a basketball court because of the surface. And I want to say to you that within the first 100 days in office, I will ensure that the Sweets complex is paved, and not only paved, have proper infrastructure such as bathrooms and changing facility for the people of that community. Brothers and sisters, I understand because I heard persons came up here some time ago and they did not even consider the residents of John Hughes. But I want to say to them that I understand that you need back your clinic. So I will ensure that a satellite clinic is constructed in John Hughes. More so, I will ensure that the daycare center in John Hughes is reopened for the young people, for the babies, for the children in the John Hughes community. And more so, this is a policy that was started under the United Progressive Party, under the stewardship of Sister Dr. Jackie Quinley Andrew, and we will ensure that that is spread throughout the length and breadth of Antigua and Barbuda. And yes, to the people of Old Road, a community that is not daunted by bribery, a community that with their resolve is very, very strong. And I want to commend you because you have stayed the course and you're continuing the path. You're doing the right thing. And I'm happy to be a part of that movement. The movement of independence. It is not an easy thing. A lot has to be sacrificed when you are independent. And I want to say to you, I'm grateful as your representative. Joyce, I'm grateful. Elaine, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the love and the support. And I will ensure that when we take office, Nurse, I love you too. When we take office, we are going to spread the resources of government across the length and breadth of Antigua and Barbuda. No longer it's belonging to those persons who are elected in politics and they use it as a political tool. If you're not voting for them, you can't get roads like the people in Follies, like the people in St. Anne's, like the people up in Macpon East. Brothers and sisters, I want you all to join me because this is not just me speaking because I want you to elect me. I want you to see what we are faced with in this constituency. So join us on Wednesday as we drive through this constituency and we end up in the garrison community of the Old Road and we will have a grand time fellowship and fun with our people. That is what we are about. We are about people, and with people we will move mountains. We will transform Antigua and Barbuda with you, the people. No longer you are subjected to whether or not you vote for an individual that you can access resources. So brothers and sisters, I am happy and I want to encourage you to tell your neighbor, tell a friend, tell your enemy. If it's one time that you should talk to your enemy and let that enemy end, is now. Because there's a greater purpose for the people of Antigua and Barbuda. There's a greater purpose for your son or your daughter, your niece or your nephew. So you have to tell everybody, whether you talk to them or not, that on election day, the only way is the United Progressive Party way. Brothers and sisters, you don't have to worry about the All Saints East and St. Luke constituency. But I want, when I'm driving down to town on election morning after election night, that I'm picking up my brothers and sisters one by one for us to drive down to wherever the political leader said that we should be. And we have a grand time because you know a brighter day is near for Antigua and Barbuda. Brothers and sisters, until we meet again, until we meet at the next public rally, I love you. One love. No retreat. For the people. No retreat. No retreat. Antigua and Barbuda forever.
Let me hear you for the Honorable Jamal Pringle.
Right man for the job.
We're sticking and we are staying in All Saints East and St. Luke with Pringle. What are we doing? We're sticking and we're staying with Pringle.
So Pringle are the right man.
Yes, my brothers and sisters. Let me tell you. Hold it, DJ. Remember, On Tuesday, we're heading east. We're heading dead east. We're going to with the kids because a lot of things happening up there. The earthquake rumbling up there. The young people saying no more to robbing. No robbing of the robbing. So we're going east. We're going east. All right, so I want us to know that. Okay, Gaston can go wherever he wants. Gaston, so worry what you do up here. Go and go where you go, man. What the hell I would want you on your for? You now come, you can contaminate this crowd here, you know. You're a contaminant. Brothers and sisters, we're going to win the kids on Tuesday. And all I'm saying, I ain't tell me nothing about the beast. Please. We don't want to hear about that. Me talk to my converted brothers and sisters. And then you will know we have a whistle stop here in All Saints East and St. Luke. Now, brothers and sisters, last week, yes, got today Sunday, we had a rumbling in the city. Labour Party went there and then we go. And people start to compare crowd from rural west with city east. What a shame on them. Crowd for crowd. So city east, city east. Last week they were here in All Saints East and St. Luke. Today we are here in All Saints East and St. Luke. Look up, people! Look up, people! If the young people of All Saints East and St. Luke were worried about the future, they see the future is right now. The future is here. UPP is the future. Let's get ready to welcome the next Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda. The next Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda. Come forward and greet the next leader. My people, our next Prime Minister, your lover, our lover, to address the people of All Saints East and St. Luke. Let me hear some noise as we welcome our next Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda. Let me see those flags in here.
It's stats, we want him back. We're sure it's facts. He's cool, done that. His files is stats, we want him back. We're
Our
sure
next
it's
Prime
facts.
Minister, brothers and sisters,
Our
lover, make some noise.
You're welcome to run this place again. Come here, we can't see no road. All I say, run city east. You know when it's time to go. Cause you're ready as the best. You can see the progress. Got a lot of work to do. Love can pull us through. We remember Lovell when he was making his way. His friends, family, and all of his community will always be thankful and will never forget the years that he served us. We will always respect. Oh, Lovell,
our lover, the next Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda. Where my city is, people? Where are my UPP people? The redeemed team.
21 years and you stand on a drop. Have a level, yes, we begin you up.
pull us through the disaster of Gaston Brown.
All our gamblers, them already know his files, his stats. We want him back. We're sure his back.
For the lover tonight, true aspect of the manifesto.
21 years and you're standing a drop.
The manifesto of the United Progressive Party will be online shortly. It will be online shortly. So if they want to come, they can go online and come after tonight. Thank you, DJ. UPP massive. UPP massive. UPP massive. UPP massive. Wow. Wow. Wow.
UPP. We have a good crowd here tonight. You're feeling good tonight. Redemption Day is coming. Today is a day for happiness, and today is a day for sadness. We're happy, just like you show the joy, because the end is near for the Antigua Labour Party. We're happy for that. But the way in which this and the news that I heard from yesterday, I say, Antiguans and Barbudans, we have to be so careful because we don't know what is around the corner for us now. I'm talking about the fact that the court made an order. The court made an order which in effect collapses a whole bank in Antigua. I'm sure most of you would have heard that the Global Bank of Commerce will be placed into liquidation. As a result, poor management, corruption, recklessness, and disregard for the rules that govern the banking community here in Antigua and Barbuda. This is a sad day for Antigua and Barbuda. But what is even sadder is that when you read the notice that came out announcing the collapse of the Global Bank of Commerce, they say it's because of alleged insider lending, friend and company borrowing. We've seen this movie before. The same man who claims that he is a financial genius, he came boasting that he managed $400 million in Swiss American Bank. But everybody knows what happened to Swiss American Bank. Swiss American Bank went bankrupt, and he had a heart to still come and tell people he's a financial genius. But I want you to cast your mind back to 2014. You remember in 2014 when the news came out about the purchase of the land down at Jolly Harbor, about the yacht, and all the other purchases made by this new Prime Minister? You remember the time he told us that he got the money as a loan from a bank? Which bank was that? Which bank was that? Did you hear just when a man from Canada, a businessman, put $10 million in this bank? And when the man called for money, Gaston Brown say greedy. Now you can imagine that you go to ACB or ECAB or one of the banks, you put in your $100, and when you go for $100, they say you can't get it. I'm telling you, some of you, the police would have a hold on you. Cutlass would have sharpened. Somebody would have to give some kind of account for your money. So you can imagine this money in this bank. When the man go for money, they say, nada, wrong day, wrong number, no money for you. So the man took them to court, and the court ordered that they to pay the money, and they consented to it. It was a consent order in the court. And he is the same one who cussed off the man, said the man unreasonable, the man greedy. How can somebody be greedy for their own money? For their own money. Gaston Brown have a bachelor's degree in bad-mindedness. He have a master's degree in wickedness. And he have a PhD in incompetence. This is a man who is Minister of Finance. This bank was regulated by the Financial Services Regulatory Commission, the FSRC. And it's Gaston Brown is the one responsible for that. And they allow a whole bank to spend money as they like, take people money and spend it off, use Peter to pay Paul, and Paul Saul. Imagine they were taking people's money, spending people's money as they like. What you call that? Is a Ponzi scheme. When you take Paul money and pay Peter, you take Peter money and pay John. We've seen this movie before. It's a repeat of Stanford. It's a repeat of the same thing. And this is the man who claims he's a financial wizard. Well, the only wizard he must know, Obia. So, I am sad. I am sad because this is going to place the country in jeopardy. That is why I'm sad. It is another hit for the reputation of Antigua and Barbuda. It is another black eye for this country. And so when people think of doing business in Antigua, they're going to think twice. But the only redeeming feature, my brothers and sisters, the only good news coming out of this, the only bright light at the end of the tunnel, in another few days, they're gone. Let me hear you say, they're gone. They're gone. Because red dead, red dead, red dead. So he done crash the bank. He can't wiggle out of this one. He crashed the bank. He was the minister. He is the minister. Not only was he the person responsible ultimately for the regulation and making sure things go right, he got money from them. He himself said so. And the reports are that it was a lot of friend and company business, and that is why when he should have kept his mouth shut about banking business, he came out and he was talking out the bank business, talk about he going to go and try borrow money so his friend Brian Stuart Young can get back the money to give the money. But guess what happened? He rap on about 100 doors. He write about 1,000 letter. He send about 5,000 email, and everyone come back and say, no dice. No way, Jose. We don't want you because we don't trust you. So that is the bank. There's another issue that I wasn't going to say much about. But this thing about the Antigua Airways, people are concerned. People are concerned. And I want to make it plain from the very beginning. When it comes to Africa and black people, nobody more black power than me. So when you hear them talking about me say this and me say that, lie. When we were in government, we started a program with Cameroon. Right now, we have brothers and sisters from Cameroon. Somebody who is very close to our branch is from Cameroon. Very nice person. We never have any problem with people who come here. Antigua is a friendly country. We take everybody. We are a place where people can come and settle and feel comfortable, but do it right. When we had people coming here and settling, they go through the right procedure. We check them out. We make sure all is well. They're trying to tell us now that simply on the basis of skin color, you must say, yes, come, anybody come, just come. How can you justify that you bring in nearly 1,000 people and the last flight that's going back, 7 of them go up on the plane? So where the rest of them doing? And we're not to feel a little concerned. We're not to wonder. Antigua today, the world today, is not what it was 30 years ago. Antigua today is a place where we have to be very, very careful, because the world is a dangerous place out there. And when you look outside of Antigua and you hear they talk about organizations like Boko Haram and so, and we mustn't feel no kind of way. So how does the government justify to just bring people here with no proper procedure, no proper explanation? We don't know what is going on. And I'm saying the government has a duty to explain to the people of Antigua and Barbuda exactly what is going on. You think the country can just allow itself to be used? Let me tell you something here. There's a man they say, named Marvelous Mike. Now this Marvelous Mike so marvelous that he decided he'd charter a plane, come from Lisbon to Lagos, come to Antigua. Nobody understand exactly what is this. First they say it named Antigua Airways. Antigua Airways, that is just chartering a plane. No basis for this. No proper paperwork for this. No license for this. And they told us they were bringing wealthy Nigerians to Antigua, and we know that is a barefaced lie. We don't have anything against our nice brothers and sisters, but come on, man. You know, you see them don't look like a millionaires. Me never see a millionaire pull his grip behind him. Me never see a millionaire argue that $80 a night is too expensive. So they lied to us. They lied to us. And many of them have said that they're looking to go on. Some say they want to go to Mexico. Some say they want to go to America. Some want to go to England. Do you know what that is? Do you know that this is called human trafficking? Do you know that when you associate yourself affiliate yourself with this kind of thing, that you're in a big trouble? No, if it's Gaston Brown alone, most of us would say, well, just make sure the shackle tight. Make sure the shackle tight, carry he one side. But why I'm sad, we don't know what is going to happen to our passport now. Because we heard that this thing is supposed to be a CIP project. And that this marvelous Mike, as they call it, he was supposed to get some passports. Who get them? Where they gone with them? When you decide now that you want to go to Puerto Rico, they say, you, come outside. Come one side. When you go to Miami, they say, you and you, mother, father, and picnic, one side for you. Next thing you know, you have problems when you apply for your visa. When you apply for your visa, you have problems. All because of greedy Gaston Brown. What is it in it for him? What did they bring on this plane? Who printed all those big posters? Who printed all of those things that went up shortly after the flight came to Antigua? Who printed those things? What is in it for him? Did he get any money out of this thing? Why is he doing this? Not only to the people of Antigua, to brothers and sisters from Cameroon, Nigeria, and so on. They came here. Many of them thought when they were coming that there would be accommodation for them. Some said they came here because they were told they could get to America. But I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, if it sounds like a duck, if it walks like a duck, it's a duck. And if it look like a scam, and if when you talk to the people, it sound like a scam, what is it? What is it? Oh. That's Gaston Brown for you. The man is a menace and a danger to this society and to the politics of Antigua and Barbuda. And the thing is, you know, the man has absolutely not one original idea in his head. Not one original. Look, last week, Thursday, we came up after extensive discussion with the policy about no work permit. Once you've been living in Antigua, up to the 31st of December, you heard me. You pay your taxes, your social security, medical benefits, education levy. And we say, just like we did the Millennium Naturalization Act, no work permit for you. Integrate you into the society. You know, 2 days no pass. 2 days did not pass. And the COGA take the same thing that we say and announce it. Did not even acknowledge that we had said it. What that says to you is that you have a government and a prime minister who are bankrupt of ideas. Bankrupt of ideas. And they have to wait on the UPP to come up with the idea. Well, hear this idea now, Gaston Brown. We're going to give the public servants a 10% increase. Give them that. Cock that. But won't you cock that now? And so, brothers and sisters, you know, yes, Telly, cock that. Cock that now. And we can call a couple more too. Couple more. You understand? But anyway, so those are some of the issues that mean that Gaston Brown and his gang must go. They're a danger to this country. They're a clear and present danger to the survival of this nation. Everything they touch, mash up. And you know, because they've done nothing, they can't campaign on what they have done. They can't campaign on what they have done. All they can campaign on is fairy tale promises. Fairy tale promises. They're going to build swimming pool in a cemetery. fairy tale promises. Not one original idea and nothing to campaign on. They have no record on which to campaign. And hey, they put up my picture. Put up my picture with all kind of insulting words. But look, Halstead say, when them say, what them say, make them say. Halstead say, any publicity when you're a politician, a good publicity. So anyhow you put up my picture, you publicize me. But they're so dunce, they have nothing to campaign on, so they might campaign against me. They want campaign against me, put up all kind of picture, me the worst. Well, global bank crash, blame Harold Lovell for that now. Blame me for that. People who suffer, blame me for that too. People, that's right, people can't get paid, blame me for that and all. So, we have a crisis on our hands. And we need to get rid of this menace and this plague upon the land. And you know, as I look to the future, brothers and sisters, and what is in store for us, I'm so happy to have behind me a group of caring, competent, compassionate, passionate, honest, decent, respectable, and respected men and women. Give it up for the Redeem team. Give it up. You know, we have the young. Who are the young? Peter Reds, let me see you, man. Blue. Look, I have another young one here. Look here. Look another young one here. Look here. Gladys, what you say? Okay, Gladys says she's young too. You have the Black Panther. Right? The indomitable, the incomparable, the fearless, the popular, Jamal Pringle. Give it up for Jamal Pringle. And we have a wonderful team of great men and women. Don't mind you hear them say this and say that. Grudge then grudge. When you look at the lineup of, it look like a lineup of criminals. You look them and I don't look. I don't know if it's Marvelous Mike print them posters. But he did them an injustice. He did them an injustice. It looks horrible. Everybody said that. Look, when you go by Cedar Grove, you have a big picture, big like a two house put together, with Greedy Gaston and Jokey Max Fernandez. And right beside that, you have one with Pearl Quinn. And when you look, all you see is Pearl Quinn. She looks so beautiful, so competent, so steadfast. I tell you, at every level we have them. We have them. We have them. We have them. Yes, man, we have them. But tonight is also for another reason. And brothers and sisters, I want to tell you, man, it gives me great pleasure to tell you, I am so happy to announce tonight. I am so happy and delighted to announce tonight that we are having the virtual launch of our manifesto tonight. I tell you, brothers and sisters, the United Progressive Party, we are ready to govern. We are ready to take this country in the right direction. We are calling on you based on our policies, based on our principles, based on our plans. We are ready to move Antigua and Barbuda forward. And I have in my hand a copy of the manifesto. When they thought they were catching us off guard, we spent months and months upon months. We went into every valley. We went into every alley. We went into every nook and every cranny. And we listened to our people. We listened to what they had to say about job creation, about health, about education, about infrastructure, about so many things here in Antigua that they wanted us to address. And so we put our heads together. Having listened to the people, we were able to come up with a document that addresses all the major issues of Antigua and Barbuda that affect the ordinary people in this country. And I want to use this opportunity to invite to the platform to receive the first copy the General Secretary of the Antigua and Barbuda Workers Union. And I'm going to present him with a copy of this manifesto. And the purpose of my presentation is to let him know, to let the union know, to let the workers of Antigua and Barbuda know that the United Progressive Party has a passion for the workers of this land to see better for all the working men and women of Antigua and Barbuda. And so this is symbolic. This at the same time is significant, because I want to say to Brother David Messiah that he and I, brothers for life, brothers for life. And I want him to be the man to take the first copy of the United Progressive Party manifesto. People first. And so, this manifesto is called 7 Pillars for Relief, Recovery, and Shared Prosperity. I want to tell you that the 7 pillars for relief, recovery, and shared prosperity, the new UPP government will usher in a new era of prosperity, people's empowerment, and inclusive development based on 7 strategic pillars. What are those 7 pillars? The first pillar, pillar number 1, Vision 2040, a national master plan. You can't do anything if you don't have a plan. You can't build a house if you don't have a plan. You can't take a country in the right direction if you don't know where you're going. And so we say, Vision 2040. Where do we want to see this country in 2040? We will embark upon a process of intensive national consultation, and we will get all the views of our people, and we're going to chart the way forward so that when you see you have even a change of administration, we may change the government, but we don't change the plan. So you don't have a situation where UPP say this, Labour come in, say that. Of course, you can't trust them. They will mash up everything. But the point is, we will seek to have a plan that enjoys the support of all the people of Antigua and Barbuda. You've heard me say before, it is like the national flag. We have black and white, we have red and blue, and we have the rays of the golden sun leading us to a brighter future. We want a national master plan, and a UPP administration will pursue that. Job creation and expanding our economy. Another very important pillar, pillar number 2. Pillar number 3, housing. You have heard all our great plans for housing. Affordable housing, not housing that only a few can enjoy. Housing that the most need, those in most in need can enjoy, like rent to own. Some of these plans will be an opportunity for those who have never owned a home to own a home, an affordable home. Pillar number 4, an education revolution. Education as a right. Our aim is to fulfill the mandate of the international charters, because today they say education is no longer a privilege. Education is a right. And they mean from preschool. And I promise every Antiguan and Barbudan, every resident of Antigua and Barbuda, whether by birth or by choice, from kindergarten, we are going to make sure that every child has access to preschool education. We will construct enough preschools because, you know, they say between the ages of birth, 0, and 7, that's when the person is formed. Everything that you are today is what happened between the first 7 years of your life. We can't be careless. And today, mothers have 2 jobs. Leave the children up. TV can't do it. TV could teach you violence, teach you all kind of things. But when we get the children into preschools and make sure that every child, regardless of income status, has a right to go to a preschool, a kindergarten, we will make sure that we mold the minds of the young people in a positive way. And we're going to be very big on patriotism. We have to teach patriotism and national pride. We have to make sure that everybody who come from here and who come here, Antigua, Barbuda, we're going to love this country. We're going to treat this country with respect. We're going to treat this country with pride. And it's going to start in the schools. We talk about economic dignity, putting more money into people's pockets. We talk about pillar number 6, water stability, sound infrastructure, and a clean environment. And pillar number 7, youth empowerment. Brothers and sisters, I want to tell you that I'm very happy to be here tonight. I'm happy to be here tonight to tell you that this manifesto is important for a number of reasons. The first reason is that for us, this is a people's contract. This is a social contract between the incoming administration and the people of Antigua and Barbuda. We say to you, these are the terms of the contract. We pledge to do these things. And we ask that we work together as a nation in order to make these things happen. We also consider the manifesto to be important because you can hold us to it. You will be able to say, you said you would do this, and we want you to hold our feet to the fire. Because this is no bluff manifesto. This is nothing that we just think up out of the blue. This comes as a result of consultation with the people, engagement with the people. And we know that we have been able, as best as we can, to capture what it is that the people want. One of the things in this manifesto that I just want to briefly touch on is the issue of job creation. And I want to pledge. I'm not going to tell you 500 homes in 500 days. But I'm going to say to you that we understand the plight of the unemployed. We know in every community, in City East, in all the communities. I know in Grace Farm, Richard has that issue. Alistair has that issue in City West. We all have that issue with unemployment, especially among our young people. And any serious government must commit itself to creating meaningful jobs for our people. Job creation will be a priority. And I want to tell you that we are going to aim to create in the first 5 years of a UPP administration 10,000 jobs. Now I'm telling you, you have to set standards, you have to set goals, you have to set targets. And that will be our target. We will keep you informed as we advance towards that target. I'm not coming here to make an empty promise. I'm coming here to tell you we will use every muscle. We will use every ounce of strength. We will be engaged morning, noon, and night to meet that target. Because to do that will significantly address the issue of employment for our young people in particular. We have about 6,000 young people in school right now. Between primary school and secondary school, you have about 6,000 young people. Where they're going to go? If you don't have a government with a clear plan for employment creation, what's going to happen to them? I just ask you, brothers and sisters, give us the strength. Give us the help so we can achieve that target, because we will be doing everything in our power to do so. I want you to know that tourism will remain the main focus of the economy. Not the sole focus, but we want to create linkages between the farmers and the hotels. The farmers and the cruise ships. Don't leave it to chance. We will revolutionize the Central Marketing Corporation. All the farmers have to do is produce. All you have to do is produce. And once you produce, the CMC will buy. And will ensure that you have proper markets for the products that you produce. We will create strong linkages, and we want to remove and reduce the leakages out of our economy with the amount of imports that we have. And so we will produce more food in Antigua. Encourage our farmers to produce more. Give them the tools, not like what we have in Antigua today. Today, the man who is Prime Minister, he has the farm with the best water system and the most water. The best lights and the most lights. He have the paved roads. These things are not for you, only for him. Because they are not about people empowerment. They are about personal enrichment. And that is why you see that. My brothers, I want to tell you that we're going to promote a lot more in terms of reunions, community tourism. Right now, I think in All Saints you have a reunion going on. And we want to promote that. We're going to call it the 3 R's: reunion, reconnection, and rejuvenation. We're going to target family groups, community groups, village reunions, and the smaller hotels and guest houses. They're the ones we want to get the business here. Not the big ones. This is like for the smaller hotels. We want to also create more opportunities for our people, people who live here, to be involved in the ownership and management of hotels, just like we did many years ago. We're going to promote not only tourism, but agribusiness, manufacturing and entertainment, and this is a very exciting idea. This has to do with Sea Island cotton. Now, when people hear about cotton, yes again, when people hear about cotton, they think 40 years ago. I want you to think 40 years from now. Don't think of the past, think of the future. And that's why we say we will blend it with the fashion industry. Cotton has to go to a stage where we will add the value. So you have the cotton, you turn the cotton into the cotton fabric, and the sweetest part, we're going to make the fabric into high-end garments. We have already spoken with people who have big brands, and with those brands, we will use the high-end fabric because cotton, they say, is the cashmere of cotton. It's a special kind of cotton. It's the most expensive kind of cotton. We don't even know what we have. Gaston Brown and them came in and made cotton and allowed it to blow away in the wind because they didn't know what we had. I want to tell you, this will give rise to a modern fashion industry. All the nice-looking ladies, there's a future for you. There's a future for you in the fashion industry. All the designers designing clothing, linking it with big brands so that we can make good money. People can work in this industry, not just picking cotton. If you're picking cotton, you're not making nothing much. But when you sell one shirt and it costs you $850 US, that's the kind of value that we will add and create a fantastic fashion industry based right here in Antigua, based on material right here from this country. My brothers and sisters, that is a vision. It is a vision that only our own limitations would stop us. I want to say as I come down that we are going to create other areas in terms of diversifying our tourism, leveraging the aviation sector, where we will be able to use the skills acquired from the Liat Wahanga workers so that we will be able to focus on certain aspects of aviation services, creating a new sector right here for us. We are going to promote entrepreneurship, small businesses, with our YES program that you've heard us talk so much about. And brothers and sisters, let us recognize that we were not going to have any unfair competition where you take your idea to government and they use your same idea and go and make money and tell you that it can't work. That has to stop. That has to stop. We're going to go green, and we are going to go into the free trade zones and create a special eco-friendly economic zone. Go green in this section and try to attract industries that have a strong focus on green energy and products that are natural and which are free from chemical substitutes and that type of thing. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, oh, what a glorious future we have ahead of us. Indeed, this is a time when we will see the back of wickedness and we will see the dawn of a new day. This is a time when we will see the incompetent Antigua Labour Party go one side and make way for the redeemed team and the people of Antigua and Barbuda. Let me hear you say, man, let me hear you say, forward ever! Forward ever! No retreat! No retreat! One love, one heart, together we shall win. Red dead! Red! 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 Music, man, let me hear some music.
Go lover, go. Go lover. Go lover.
Like a package we sell.
My people, you have heard the leader. What a night it has been. If you want to download the manifesto, you go to UPP.com. The manifesto is online. UPP.com. Have a good night. Safe journey home. See you in Willikers on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Come early and hold your spot. Tuesday we're going to Willikers.
I know I say we like a package of we sell. I tell them say we charge up, yeah, we charge up, yeah, we charge up.
DJ, let the people relax yourself and mix some music. Let the people journey out of here in peace. All Saints, East and St. Luke. Safe journey home, my brothers and sisters, and see you on Tuesday.
You have no idea what you're up against, my friend. Ha! We are not just mere energizers. Boom, yo, like a package of we sell.